Good evening and welcome to Game Day Live Champions League night once again here at DR. We have got big games coming up tonight. We have got Chelsea taking on Real Madrid. It is Napoli, Milan as well. It's very exciting. Another round of Champions League. Although Dami, who joins us, I don't feel is too excited.
1% chance, 99% FIFA. We're back again with the same line from last week. We'll keep it moving.
Also joining us is Raul.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Another night to Magic Night on the Spurs.
You love. I mean, I feel like you have like 100% win ratio here. Have you ever lost here?
I lost, but no in two legs.
Ooh.
I lost La Liga. I lost one game, Chelsea. Copa del Rey, but no in two legs. Yeah. I lost Chelsea last year, but no in two legs.
With something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I am ready for the next round, to be honest, guys.
Already in the round. Hello, Fuad.
All good. I'm happy. I'm a neutral tonight, you know what I mean? So it's always good when you're
really
just there.
Neutral though, Chelsea's on the table.
We've got a lovely vintage Ajax top on as well.
I do love this shirt,
you know
I can't lie.
That's a banger, I can't lie.
Clive on the back as well, you know what I mean? Real Champions League winners out here. Oh, so I'm showing my age there, you know what I'm saying? But
you are.
No, I'm excited for tonight. We've got two good games. I think Madrid, Chelsea, obviously, kind of Madrid leaning the favourites. But I think the other tie as well is a big one. Napoli v AC Milan. 1-0, obviously, in the first leg, that one. But Osimhen's back. Can Kvisha turn it around after kind of the first leg disappointment? I'm curious to see how Napoli react because AC Milan have pretty much had their number. So that's definitely going to be one game I'm keeping my eye on for sure.
Well, that's good. We need you to keep your eye on that one. Dami, how are you feeling from a Chelsea perspective?
How am I feeling?
Yeah.
I'm happy. Nah, I'm not. Like, look, this game, like I said at the start, like, I'm not really confident moving into this game. To be honest with you, as much as people might feel like it's not the proper fan thing to do, I have no reason to be confident either, considering our recent form. We just held it against Brighton and we lost to Madrid before that, and we just keep on losing. We've seen the owner go into the press room, into the changing room, making noise, even though he was talking about playing 4-4-3 a couple of months ago. Like, you've got a lot of crazy things going on at Chelsea right now, but look, despite all the things I've said, you can't completely write us off, can you? Do you know what I mean? That 0.0000001% chance.
Pretty low chance.
Pretty low chance, but you know what? Especially with that negative lineup as well. The lineup is looking pretty negative, but at the end of the day, I'm going to just sort of hope for the best.
Okay.
I'll be quiet. I'll be humble.
I love that. There's a slight positive attitude there. Clara on the super chat says the lineup by Lampard is criminal. We should probably have a look at those lineups then, shouldn't we? Let's see if we can grab those and bring that graphic up for you guys. We can have a look exactly what this criminal is criminaling about tonight.
Oh, Lord.
I had listening too many excuses, from the Chelsea. Dami, why?
I mean, it's only Chilwell missing, so essentially I think you should have your full squad available, which should be your strongest squad. But
Yeah,
I mean,
well, strong is subjective, my brother.
Do you want to go through the names there?
Nah, strong is subjective because, like, you start from the top. You've got Kepa at the beginning, and this guy, I mean, all it takes is one. I mean, like, I don't know, Modric, if he feels like popping one off from 35 yards, 40 yards, boom, Kepa is conceding that. I mean, we're negative, but it is what it is. That's his reputation. Cucurella hasn't had the greatest season. Honestly, like, he's been pretty disappointing, especially considering how much we spent on him. Then you look at Fofana, for example. Fofana, that's one person on the way I'm like, yeah, banger. That guy was pretty good at protecting Reece James in that game against Vinicius, because can't lie, Vinicius cooked him last game. He cooked Reece James. And I was saying on this very platform, I was like, look, if that Reece James performance we saw last week, if Trent had done that, what they would have absolutely done to, like, Trent online would have been ridiculous. But got Silva. I mean, Silva is Capitan, you know, like, he's pretty good, but he's not the fastest. Chalobah, pretty good young talent, but games like this are a bit concerning. Fernandes is always going to create chances, but not really solid in midfield as far as, like, defending is concerned or holding on to the ball. Then you go to Kante. Kante always good. Do you know what I mean? Kante is always good as long as he stays fit, which he is now. He will definitely make a difference. And obviously, he made quite a few runs in behind the Real Madrid midfield last week. So let's see if they can get more of that. Kovacic has not been great. Do you know what I mean? He's not big game. Yeah, former club.
Could this be kind of a statement moment to remind them, hey, look, this is what you missed out on?
Yeah, I can't lie. I don't think that's going to happen today from Kovacic. But look, it is what it is. Gallagher brings a lot of energy, but then again, end product. We need end product tonight, and then you've now thrown Havertz up front. Look, that starting 11 on a normal day should be a banger, but with the current form, the lack of consistency, lack of confidence, I don't have confidence.
So tell me who you would have put in that lineup and taken out.
I would have liked to see, as controversial as it would be, I would have liked to see
João
Mudryk
Felix
in that.
today.
Felix would have been a nice one to see as well, but I'd have really liked to see Mudryk in there because I know, he obviously performed really well against Real Madrid. That's kind of what put him on the stage for a lot of people, and that's what people got like, oh, who's this Mudryk guy? But then again, I feel like he's one of those early Chelsea attackers that actually do try and trouble the defense, always running at people, and he that rawness. Game. Yeah, exactly.
Stretches the game,
exactly.
Yeah.
Stretches are pretty well. I mean, Stamford Bridge is not the widest ground around, but then again, he's obviously got that desire, and obviously he's pretty raw. His shooting is pretty poor, okay, but I feel like he does put other teammates into good positions with his passes, and he can get on the end of Enzo's passes as well. And I would have also liked to see Felix. I mean, but then again, you can't have them both because neither of them are really good in front of goal this season. So
this is the problem. Like when I look at this lineup, it kind of confuses me because I'm like, I don't know what the method really is. It just seems like everybody's just kind of clustered into the middle of the pitch. You've got Kante, Kovacic, Enzo, Gallagher. They're all going to be kind of doing the same roles or maybe overlapping roles. So this is the issue, I think, with when you brought in Frank Lampard. He's gonna that kind of tactical inexperience. You've already tried a few different formations while he's been here. Has he really been? Do you think that bounce that you needed?
Like I said,
because that was essentially what I remember when we had Tom Overend on the Saturday Football Show, and he said this is probably the one thing Lampard can bring till the end of the season. Maybe a bit of emotional connection or just some kind of tie between the players and the fans because it's so disjointed at the moment.
I felt like bringing Lampard in was kind of almost an insult to intelligence for a lot of fans, from my perspective. Because when I saw the news, I was like, this is like PR written all over it. But like I said last week, PR only lasts as long as things are good. He came in, we saw the announcement, we saw like Lampard in the suit, everything, raw, he's back, whatever. Saw the first press conference, everybody's excited, then we hold an L. Next match is another L. Next match is another. So we've lost 3 times since he's come through. Like, the PR is dead. There's nothing else. Like, we know tactically he's not really been the best manager in the league. Do you know what I mean? Look at his spell at Everton. See what happened to Everton. And I'm not really saying that you can't potentially become a good coach at some point in the future. But when you encompass every single thing that he's done up until this moment, tactically we know we're not getting anything. The PR was meant to last a little bit, but it's not even lasted. So what was the point of that?
Within the first week, you had 3 losses.
Yeah, exactly. So like 3 losses. Like you've made so many changes, and I wasn't expecting much from him either because the bar was so low down in hell, and that might sound offensive, but that's the truth. I wasn't expecting anything from a Lampard appointment. So the only thing that I would have liked to see, which is that drive or like it's not even there. So like, what was the point?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm pretty surprised by that Lampard
honestly,
appointment and how poorly it's happened. Raul, should we have a little look at Madrid and let's talk about your team? If we can get that graphic.
The same team, easy, or best 11 possible. So Courtois, then Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, and then left back Camavinga. At midfielder, Modric, Valverde, and Toni Kroos, and then Vinicius, Rodrigo, Benzema. The same team in the Camp Nou, the second leg. The same team, the first leg in the Bernabeu with Chelsea. So it's the best 11 possible.
Recipe, isn't it?
Sorry?
You guys. This is what you guys do.
Yeah, it's something missing this first part of the season. It was a goal.
Consistency.
Yeah, goal and consistency. Goal. Just Benzema, he was doing a great first part of the season, and now has 3 against Barcelona, goals against Chelsea, and now maybe 2 more.
I was going to say, one player I want to touch on there is Camavinga in this left back role.
We don't have any other option.
I know. But the thing is how good he's played there for me. I feel like Deschamps, we have to give some credit to. Because I feel like in the World Cup, when he did this, everyone looked at him like, bro, this is one of the most gifted midfielders in the world. What are you doing handicapping him? But it was an emergency scenario. And in the World Cup, he actually performed well. And you thought, hold on, what's it? And then he came back. Your former number 12 was a left back in Marcelo. Yeah. Now he wears the number 12. He's slotted in that left back. Do you think this could maybe be long term where he goes if it continues to play this well?
Yeah,
do you
but
just think
I don't
if
think
it's
so.
not broken, don't fix it?
No. I don't think so because do you see him at midfielder?
I would love to see him.
He can play as goalkeeper. He can play as a striker. Whatever.
No, I'm serious. Number 6, number 8, number 10. He can play every role.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So no, his position is at midfielder. I think he's going to play at midfielder.
Though, when you look at your midfield, you've got Valverde there. Yeah. You've got potentially Jude Bellingham, who you're linked with in the summer. Modric and Kroos. Every year we look like, oh, this will be their final year. And every year in the Champions League, they show us they're like.
You've also got Chouameni.
You've got Chouameni there as well. So it's like your options are endless. And I feel like the fullback areas have been maybe a weakness for Madrid. You've been relying on Carvajal for how many years now? Is it, you know what, why not just put him there and just see if...
It's a bit random that why do you not have someone in that position? Okay. Why are you having...
We have Ferland Mendy, but he's injured. Injured and we do a good offer. Ciao, Mari Carmen. So
yeah, he's been very inconsistent as well sometimes when he has played. But the other one I would say is even Alaba, potentially, where Rudiger could play at centre-back.
Alaba was playing as a left-back. But then
Camavinga came in, and that's what I'm saying. Like he's been playing so well at left back, which is not his natural position. He's forced Alaba to go into central. Rudiger's now on the bench. For me, I just think I haven't seen a young player kind of adapt to this type of role in such a big pressure moment. Especially last year, he kept coming on as like an impact player in the second half of games, and people saying, "Oh, he just comes on against tired legs." Now you're seeing him start games. You're seeing him dominate games from a position that he's not normally used to. So I think. Full credit to him, and I think Deschamps definitely has to get some flowers there. But one other player as well I want to touch on, Rodrigo. What have you kind of made of him? Because I know Madrid fans are kind of split on how good he is.
Last weekend play in the left, in the Vinicius position.
Yeah.
Listen, amazing. So I don't know. A lot of controversy because I am not gonna say, but maybe Vini is playing because his name is Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo is the best.
You think he's
man
the
of
truth?
The match?
That's it.
A lot of people think that Rodrigo could be better than Vinicius.
Do you think that?
I don't think so yet.
Yeah,
but listen,
potential is
potentially,
there.
Rodrigo,
because he's one. I feel like some Madrid fans are saying he misses too many big chances when he gets there.
Yeah, Vinicius.
But then you feel like Vinicius was like that 2 or 3 years ago. He was missing a lot of big chances. Rodrigo now is having that. Maybe in a year or two, Rodrigo he takes that kind of jump, that kind of Vinicius. Now we're saying he's one of the best wingers in the world.
I was reading some news. Apparently, it's controversial because apparently Vinicius gonna left. Yeah,
he's gonna leave.
Gonna leave in in a couple of years maybe.
And go where?
I don't know. It's a big any other player come.
Is there anywhere else you go after Madrid though? I don't feel like there's any kind of...
I mean, if you come to the
Premier League?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
It's the other way normally, isn't it?
He won the Champions League. He won La Liga.
I feel like the like almost a sign of great players is how long can you last at Madrid? Like that's the sign. Like can you stay there like Pepe and Benzema? When you stay there for 10 years as like a foreign player as well, it's like, yo, that's a true great. But when you're shipped out, when you decide to leave as well, if all of a sudden now he comes Premier League, you know what Premier League fans are like.
Oh yeah,
one bad touch,
they're on your case.
He's getting cooked on Twitter every week, and it's like
everything. They'll start cooking him straight away.
Another thing for Real Madrid fans is we are very impatient.
Oh yeah. Trust me.
We are waiting to Vinicius. We are waiting to him. But listen, if he is still playing like this, let's see in 1 year, because he doesn't have goal.
Do you know
he's missing very good opportunity?
Do you not feel like this season, though, he's been one of your standout players? Even though now you might think he's not in the best of form, you can overlook a kind of spell of form for what he kind of brings to the table.
He's one of the best players. But he's missing a lot of opportunity.
We'll see tonight how he kind of delivers.
Listen, maybe tonight he scores a hat-trick.
I'm telling you, Vinicius has that capability, especially against what he was doing in the first leg. The first leg, it seemed like he had Reece James on toast. And I know, as you said...
If Fofana wasn't there, Don game. Against Koulibaly and Thiago Silva, who can't really run as much anymore. I mean, yeah, positional awareness is important, but you can only be so positionally aware for 90 minutes, you know what I mean? So... yeah, he can cook, man. But look, I hope Fofana, I'm just trying to be honest, you know what I mean? But I hope Fofana can lock him down a little bit. Yeah.
Fofana's on the other side today. It'll be Trevor Chalobah.
Chalobah
and Reece James combination.
Going to be some interesting matchups. I just was watching there. Ashley Cole giving a team talk to all the defenders. Very impassioned there. Let's hope
about these types
let's hope for you that gets in the head. There is a super chat from Amir Nile who says, Raul, I don't watch much of La Liga. I'm an Austrian. I want to know what you think of Alaba. Could he be a legend for Real Madrid in the future?
No.
Right, okay.
Why not?
Okay.
It's my answer.
Huh?
I think he's not at the table. I think we are listening about something Varane. Come back maybe.
What? No way you're telling me. Alaba, who is, for me, I think, one of the best defenders of his generation. Incredible at Bayern.
He is.
And he's come to Madrid. I don't feel like he's been bad. I'm
she
not saying...
asked for a legend.
Being a Madrid legend is a big ask, though. I do hear it, but the way you said no, I didn't like that, though. It was almost too quick.
It's Militao.
Now
Keep playing like this, he could be a massive legend. Okay?
I like Militao.
Vinicius, Rodrigo, massive legend. Camavinga, massive legend. Alaba is like...
A little bit too late, maybe he's arrived.
He's playing.
Good player.
Playing, but let's see. I cannot say that, to be honest.
All I will say is big games make big players 100%. And big moments. I feel like if Alaba... Obviously, I feel like he's only been here now a year, I think, just over a year or so.
Yeah.
So I still don't feel like he's got his feet fully in just yet. So his time will come, I think. And these are the types of games where a lot of players like Pepe, like Ramos in previous years have made their name. So he's one I've always been a big fan of. But I've noticed Madrid fans don't seem to have taken to him or Rudiger as maybe us fans thought they would have.
Yeah, because he's playing, but he's not doing a great job.
He's not lighting up the world.
He's just playing. Yeah. You see, central back, cutting. Just send the ball out, playing out the ball. That's it. So simple.
It's hard when you've had Ramos.
And that's the thing.
It's kind of
took his number 4 shirt as well.
We are strict. We are impatient.
Hey, Ramos on a free end of the summer. You're talking about Varane. Bring Ramos back, baby. Bring Ramos back.
Crazy.
Ramos could have maybe 1 or 2 seasons in a good level.
Yeah. Why not? One more.
If he doesn't want to win a lot of money, maybe.
Have you heard of Eric Dyer?
No.
Fantastic.
He should be number 1.
I didn't listen.
There's a few.
I think if Madrid get him,
amazing.
Champions League guarantee next year.
Yeah. I think if you just buy any of the Tottenham defence, you'll do so well.
When you go on Spanish Twitter
for
to
you
match,
or for me?
For you, yeah.
For you, special price.
If you see that guy coming through in the car park, just run. Oh my days.
To be fair, it can't just pinpoint him. It has to be it actually has to be the whole team. That's unfair. We also have a super chat from Mansour who says, if Real Madrid were to buy Bellingham, could we see Madrid domination for the next 5 years?
Oh.
But we are watching Madrid domination in the last 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 more. Why not?
And it's like you've already done doing Shermani alone was already like, you know, the Camavinga too. Bellingham, come on. You've literally taken the 3 of some of like the most coveted midfielders right now in the world at that, and then you've got them for like 10 years. I mean,
you can talk. You're signing players for 8-year prison contracts.
Modric's now a 9-year.
Enzo just got extended to 10 as well.
That's nasty. That's
it's just for the fair play.
Honestly disgusting. Genuinely, it's disgusting. And it's one of those things where I understand where it's kind of like the whole Mason Mount contract situation. They're trying to tie him down for the same amount of time as well. And when you think about it, it's just like, would I sign a contract for 10 years or something? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. So, but look, I mean, the Americans can do what they want to do.
Yeah. I don't think Jude Bellingham to Madrid makes sense to me. I think they've already kind of got a midfield unit there with, as you said, Camavinga, Tchouaméni and Valverde as well. For the next 5-6 years, that could be...
And the replacement? The replacement?
The replacements, you've still got Asensio there. You'll get some others, but Jude Bellingham, you're not going to sign him for 150 million or whatever to sit on the bench. I'm sorry. Madrid don't do stupid business.
That's a City
like
thing.
Madrid, if they're going to go and spend that type of money, you're going to be the guy type of thing. And I don't think... Jude Bellingham, in my opinion, ticks those boxes for Florentino Perez, in my opinion. I think Premier League teams, I think with now Liverpool having kind of dropped out the race, City are looking at it like the road has opened up for City. There's no one in City's path.
He might go City, but I mean, do you guys think his best fit is at City though?
The thing is you look at Gundogan, he's kind of maybe on his last legs. Could he take that Gundogan role? Even if not this season, you become the understudy because Phillips was meant to kind of come in.
It always takes a year or two to kind of integrate into a Pep side anyway.
Absolutely.
So he's got time.
He's still 18, 19.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, from a completely unbiased perspective, and I know this is like not necessarily related to teams I'm talking about, I feel like he'd fit in really nice at Arsenal. Personally,
they ain't got the funds.
They haven't got the funds, but I think he'd fit in an Arsenal pretty well. Sitting there, do you guys see what I'm saying though? That box, but you don't see it.
Nah. You're talking to 2 times.
Fairs. I forgot I was getting up there. Oh no, another day.
Yeah, we don't see that. Everyone who's asking about the super chats, I am reading the super chats. We're just debating each one that we're talking about. So just please be patient with us. The zombie fanatic says, Dami, were you being serious when you said, do you want to go outside? Or was it just an act that you pulled off? You made it really seem it was serious. Can you fill me in as I wasn't here?
Nah, so basically, like, as I explained off set, some things, triggered me to do some things before we came on set that day. So, like, we're not stepping outside. We're civil in this set. We're very civil, do you know what I mean? We don't indulge in such hooliganish acts.
Was it between you two?
Oh yeah, because So I may have gotten extra rattled more than usual. So no, we do. We're not. No one is stepping outside today. Probably have a step outside to chat nicely. We're not doing anything funky outside.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Right. So we've gone through the teams. I want to know what you guys think. We're approaching kickoff in about 5 minutes. What's your prediction, Raul, for tonight?
Oof, my prediction. No easy game for Real Madrid. No easy game.
Not an easy game.
No.
Can you not see what he's doing tactically?
Yeah,
he's saying that and touching wood at the same time. I see you, bro. I see what he's doing.
No.
I see what he's doing.
Now my prediction. now my prediction. 2-0 Real Madrid.
2-0 Real Madrid.
Or 3. Maybe 3. 3-0.
What do you think?
I would go 3-0. Same.
They need the goal. When they go for the goal, Madrid, Vinicius.
I can't see Chelsea scoring, honestly, especially with that lineup. Havertz by himself, essentially.
Joao Felix is the same. But
at least have some attacking players out there. I just feel like basically you've tried to drown Madrid's midfield. I can see a wash, basically.
I mean, all I'm going to say is that I predict a draw. Now, a draw could be many things. A draw could be 0-0. A draw could be 3-1 to Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? A draw could be 2-2. You never know. So I've said it's going to be a draw. I'm not going to give you no score line.
No. We need a score. We need a score line. We need a score line.
What we do?
We need a definitive score line.
Score line. I don't know, man. Look, objectively speaking, I don't see how we're going to score 3 goals against Real Madrid today. I genuinely don't see how that's going to happen. Like, I don't see
it like that.
I mean, like, I don't see it.
Where's the 99% faith, Dami?
No, it's 99% faith, but like, I'm not trying to get 99% chance of getting clipped either. So I'm keeping it real.
No,
look, nah.
This mentality, no, you cannot think like that. Listen, we lost in Bernabeu 2-0 and with Barcelona, and we went to Camp Nou with the mentality.
Dogs.
And we won 4-0.
Dogs.
In Camp Nou.
That's what.
And I believe in my team.
Los Blancos.
Heritage.
It's the same Blancos.
Heritage.
With
How many years is it? 14 or 13?
Well,
How many?
no heritage for you lot?
the what?
You know what's
Champions League?
great? You know what's great? Nah, I can't. You always have me there. No, we're not doing that.
Can't say it with his chest. You can't.
Said your
I'll be honest with
predictions
you.
in the chat as well, man.
Last week, I didn't even think the Madrid were. I've seen you play better. I thought you were just.
We are doing good football now.
Yeah, I know,
just
but I
2 or 3 games.
I just thought last week that you would just. I don't know. Like I thought you were okay. I just have seen you better, but I think Chelsea would.
I like the Madrid style of play in the Champions League. I think it's their style of football suits the Champions League very well.
Yeah, it gets the job done.
They do this slow kind of tempo build up at the back where you kind of think, oh, Modric, Kroos, these guys are old, look at them. And then the ball goes to Vinny and Rodrigo and the game turns into this blitz, basically, 100 miles an hour.
And
that's where they kept catching you guys out.
I just felt like they didn't really get out of like second gear.
I hear you. But Madrid do that. They lull you into like, hey, we're second gear, third gear, and then for 5 minutes only, they will play at gear 5 and then say, okay, now we're back to gear 2, we can coast. And this is what we talk about though, is that heritage. Madrid just have that gear 5. Oh, you know, 60th minute. Okay, now it's time. So Chelsea, I don't know. I just want to see what kind of performance the Chelsea players put out today. Because for me, I've gone past the point of worrying about Lampard's tactics and this. I just want to see some pride, please. Can we play with some courage? This is now Champions League, big stages. Forget what the tactics is. The heritage of Chelsea for me used to be, no matter what manager comes and goes, you had a core of players there that would grab the dressing room and say, listen, forget Scolari, forget Avram, forget whoever it is, we will drag this through. I'm looking at this Chelsea team now and I feel like they lack those characters. But I still look at guys like Thiago Silva, Kante, You guys are the experienced heads. Can you guys just maybe
half
glue
of
a
the
little
starting
bit of something?
11 won the UCL 2 years ago. as well.
Kovacic,
Yeah, yeah.
and
You know
this is what I'm saying.
So like, yeah.
And in that season, you guys had a lot of character. In that season, you guys had beat Madrid in the
Yeah.
semi-finals. So at least today, all I'm looking for from Chelsea is that kind of character.
Bit of fight.
Yeah.
A little bit of fight. Guys, please send in your predictions. Let us know what you think is going to happen in this game tonight. We, of course, ran one of our lovely Twitter polls. We asked you guys to vote for your combined 11 between Chelsea and Real Madrid, and we are going to show you what came in.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's pretty much a whitewash, but we will take a look at it anyway. In goal, it is Courtois. I mean, you could argue it's half Chelsea, half Madrid, but okay. We've got Reece James, Militao, Silva, Camavinga. In midfield, we've got Cruz, Valverde, Modric, and then up front is Vinicius, Benzema, and Rodrigo. So out of 11, it was just Thiago Silva and Reece James that made the team. Let us know if you agree, disagree. Panel, what do we think?
I'd agree with that, possibly, yeah. I don't think any more Chelsea players really deserve. I think Reece James is getting in there. Carvajal, I mean, he's on his last legs, let's be honest. Thiago Silva, yeah, as you said, I don't think Rudiger or Alaba have taken that shirt by the scruff of the neck. They've just been kind of close, whereas Thiago Silva, I feel like at 38, 37, still one of the best centre-backs in the world. Man. Militao, for me, is easily top 3 at the moment. That Camavinga at left-back, I love that. I wasn't expecting that.
He's rude, but it's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. Listen, Chillers, all of them, man, they're not doing the job he's doing there, so I agree with that lineup fully. And no surprise, to be fair. No surprise.
It's a Real Madrid team.
No, it's not. But
Yeah,
you just think of it from a Chelsea perspective. Think about how many players they have.
And how much they've spent.
How much they've spent.
Where is the money? No.
Well,
Like,
I don't know.
I mean, everyone's looking at me, but I don't know what you want me to say. Like.
Enzo, maybe no. Could he sneak in there?
No.
With Cruz, someone sitting there. Like,
I'm just asking a question.
I'm
just asking a question.
It was a cute question, but you know.
6 players.
6 players on yellow cards for Chelsea today.
Crazy, man.
Oh, to be fair, they're not going to make it to the next round, so
Exactly.
it's all good.
It's not really
Writing off Chelsea,
and
the
as well,
heritage.
you won't even be in it next season, so you've got a lot of time to recover.
I was a shank on the twist.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's true.
I was a shank on the twist.
Next time they'll be playing in the Champions League will be 2020. Wow.
2025.
Raw.
I mean, same with us, to be fair, but you know,
2020.
we haven't got the pedigree.
Exactly.
Yeah. We are almost about to kick off and get underway. Still waiting for some of your guys' predictions. Get those in as well. We did run a poll though. Can Chelsea make a comeback? No, with an overwhelming 81%. Yes, 18%. And that was 1.4 thousand votes.
See, Harry Kane has sent in a chat saying Chelsea will be losing 5-0. Appreciate you joining us, champ. Jawar here says 2-0 for Madrid. We got Safe here. He says, yes, Abbi. 3-0 Real Madrid.
Hello.
Harry also says 5-0 Madrid. Damn, a lot of Madrid landslide scores. Magic Blue has even said. Todd Bowley was talking all that talk just for it to be 3-0. 3-0 second leg.
Listen, all I'm going to say is...
If last season, look last season.
At any point in time, when you pin us to the back like this is when sometimes, you know, like if the Chelsea heritage does come out, this is when we surprise the world. But then again, like I said at the start, and I shall stick to it to the end, 1% chance, 99% faith.
Yeah, we stay with the 1% chance for you.
In the last 5 games, though, you know, it's 2 wins and a draw. So this is almost like a tiebreaker.
Is it?
We never won in the Bernabeu until last week, for example, to Chelsea.
Damn.
Never. Was the first time.
It's crazy.
So, come on.
Some Champions League stats are so weird, I'm telling you, yeah.
Come on, don't be, I cannot. It's too many excuses, too many.
Who have you got on the weekend?
On the weekend, we've got, I think our game got postponed, this weekend. Wasn't it maybe United or something like that?
Maybe because of FA Cup.
I think we got
we're underway. We are underway. The game is going.
Napoli, Milan just coming out as well. Osimhen back in the lineup today. Ndombele starting as well with Anguissa missing. Hey,
I'll be having an eye on that as well.
I'm on Ndombele watch today. Trust me.
Let's see.
I need a turnaround from Napoli because I had them as almost like my dark horses to get to that final.
Yeah.
And looking at their route as well. Yeah, looking at their route, I was thinking, hey, it's looking favourable. But Milan actually put on a great let me not even say Milan. Let me say Mike Maignan put on an incredible display in that first leg to actually keep them in the game. I thought had they had a finish in Napoli in Osimhen, it could have been a different scoreline. So I don't know. I'm expecting a tight one. This one, 2 Italian teams as well. The issue with this one is AC Milan have pretty much had Napoli's number. Despite how good Napoli have been this year, they've been some way, somehow, always been able to get the result over them. So
that 4-0 was incredible.
In the league as well, considering how good Napoli have been, that was, I think, the fact that it came so close to the Champions League game as well. Everyone's like, what the hell is going on? Then they lose the first leg. This is, for me, the biggest test of Napoli's character all season.
Well, that's the thing also everyone was saying about AC Milan, that, you know, when Tottenham drew them, for example, easy tie, should be easy to beat, definitely Tottenham to the next round. And now we're looking at the potential favourite in Napoli to go out against AC Milan.
Is that another thing where we say heritage, but it's like these clubs who've, and I know maybe it's not these group of players who've been there, but I'm sure they feel that responsibility of playing for AC Milan in the Champions League. They know where this club has been, and they know they should be able to kind of put that badge on. Ooh, that's a tough challenge from Havertz and Carvajal there. Nothing given though.
Got Kante trying to win headers. Come on.
And there we go. AC Milan's kicked off as well now.
Both games
Should be
underway. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
On these guys from the
Really
start, you know.
To be honest, I prefer the law that you cannot play with the same team in your country until the final.
No,
because it's not the same. It's not the same.
No,
it's not the same. For example,
I don't mind it, because now if they win and Inter Milan win their draw, we've got a Milan derby in the semis. Oof. I like that. I like that.
Unbelievable.
I like that. You see, and that's, and I know what you mean. Almost like let the countries face each other in the final.
Exactly.
No. If you're really that good, come see me in the quarters. It's like that season when City won the title, but then Liverpool punched them up in the Champions League, and it was like, oh, okay, who's actually the better team? Madrid almost fumbling it there at the back.
Mavinga.
Ndombele with a blonde trim today. Come on, brother. Give me a golden performance.
I need to see this because this guy from back off lane. We're getting an influx.
Imagine he comes back with a Champions League and hey, Endom stocks, we rising.
Yeah. Be good on the transfer market.
Hey, Abby, come on, man. Believe. One last dance. Nah. Come on, baby.
Listen. There's going to be a coach. There is going to be. I think he's got so much talent in Ndombele. So much talent.
Unreal.
But just from what I saw at Tottenham, the work rate, we cannot afford those passages.
Picture this. We've got Bentancur now.
And
we've got Basuma. They can do the work. Before we had Sissoko and Winks doing...
What? We haven't even got a manager, Fuad.
I'm just throwing ideas here.
How is playing Porro? I saw that he deleted the social media.
No, listen. People are trying to go overboard with Pedro Porro. Yeah, like he's had a couple of bad games, but in my eyes, the technical ability I've seen, quality player, and he will come good. I think the problem is we're such a shit show at the minute. It's hard to look good in this team, in all honesty. And the defenders he has next to him, I'm sorry. Even Romero, who's supposed to be good and world class, he's covered himself in dog shit this season. I'm sorry. So I'm not blaming Porro. I'm not holding him to any standard. He's a new player coming to a new league, new team that's in chaos. So to judge him now, I think you're just looking for kind of scoring points, if you like.
There's no way you can judge him now. I mean, we also have put up with a year and a half of Royale.
And that's the thing. So, I've seen Emerson, I've seen Doherty, I've seen Kyle Walker-Peters, the amount of the amount of right backs I've seen over the last 4 or 5 years, trust me, the technical ability I've seen Porro have, I'm willing to give him patience. He
deserves patience.
I mean, you have no option otherwise anyway, so you've got to be patient.
Well, Spencer's away on...
Some guys are still is that still part of one of the clown up payments you have to pay off as well? Like, no. Because I know you guys have broken up.
You don't want to talk about clown payments.
You spread your payments over 9 years.
Ours is different.
9 whole years.
You've
taken to spend your payments.
That's different. That one is different. You know we got the money. It's just, you know.
Why not just pay up front then?
Nah, sometimes you got to be smart and invest. You know what I mean?
There's a super chat from Facts Only who said, Abbi and Fuad, are you guys going to be here for the City Arsenal watch along next week? You lot should shut with Haaland jerseys. I was going to be here, but I'm actually not here.
No, unfortunately, I won't be either. Ooh.
But
Is
rest
that Benzema
assured,
picking up a little knock there?
We'll be
Just from
watching.
Thiago challenge.
We'll be watching at home. We'll be watching at home.
I think
Cheering.
Benzema might have pulled up on something here.
Oh,
That is the
no,
last thing
no.
Madrid need.
That did not look good from Benzema.
Oh, and Ndombele here on the edge of the box. Kvisha. Oh, he switch ball. Nah, nothing comes of it. Offside. Oh no, it's a free kick, edge of the box. That's a dangerous position as well. Oi, oi.
Oh,
Courtois.
I remember in the first leg as well in the AC Milan
Enzo, my
Napoli.
brother.
Nice.
Vamos.
Look at this guy.
Look at
this
this.
guy.
So
Look
good.
at this guy,
Footballer.
man.
Relieve the pressure from your
Brilliant.
team. Incredible. But Kvisha in the first leg of this game, I remember he missed a chance. First minute, did you see it? Complete sitter.
I can't lie, I was
I
was watching this one, didn't it? You know what I mean?
I did see it. I watched.
Oh, yeah,
I watched
true.
the highlights.
Which one was worse, that one or Felix?
Oh,
Because Felix for me was like that, because it was around the same time, wasn't it?
I think for me it was Felix. That was poor.
If we had scored that, but then again, we didn't do if buts. I mean,
Let's keep eyes
AC
on
Milan.
Napoli.
Four-man wall here. Hey,
the skin
Vinicius,
James, eh?
back post. Oh,
Vini?
too
The
much
last pass, the
on
last
that
pass.
one. Reece James, I hope you got your skating boots on today, boy. Who's this on a free kick?
He's so
Is that
quick,
Lobotka? Oh!
Ocho.
and then
Hey.
Not too far away.
Oh,
It's always dangerous
so
when
poor.
it hits that. It always feels like it goes in when it hits that back post holding the net.
It was quite far away actually.
Young
Do
man.
you think Napoli can turn this around?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I think now with Osimhen there as well, I think that was what they were missing last game. You saw they were still creating chances. I felt they still looked like the better team despite AC having the lead. But Mike Maignan kept them in the game.
He was brilliant.
Unbelievable. And I was asking a question last week. Oh, my God. That is an incredible corner. I think that's the second one again now. Kier dealing with that one.
Decent centre back.
this guy's been pretty good as well.
No, I was saying last week. I actually asked you lot as well. Like Mike Maignan, where do you rank him amongst goalkeepers right now? I was saying, is he top 3 in the world at the moment? Because you've got Alisson, who I would say comfortably. Courtois, you could put in the name list as well. But I think.
Was that Ndombele?
Yeah.
I
Come on,
haven't
baby.
seen that man move
Come
so
on,
quick
baby.
before.
Listen, I told you it's a different man. Italian sun, it hits different.
Yeah,
Eating
what about
olives.
what about when he's back in Enfield?
Hey, you seen that? You seen them grey skies?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I don't want to run in them grey skies. Even I don't. I live it.
I swear to God, I've never seen that man move so quick. I was shocked.
Oh, is that another corner?
Calma. It's going for the game,
Napoli
eh?
keeping
Napoli.
them hedged in this early first 5 minutes.
They are going for the goal. Eh?
Save says they're missing Anguissa.
Oh, Luquita!
You should have made
Conor
that.
Gallagher.
Luquita! Oh, very good.
Brother.
Good
Gallagher.
recovery. Carvajal there.
Oh,
Militao. Camavinga again.
Oh, Camavinga again.
Camavinga once again showing he's the coolest customer on this pitch.
Not
Easy
very
as you
good
like.
today.
I know, you panicked. I didn't. I knew what he was doing there.
Yeah.
We got the same hair for a reason.
He has yellow card, eh? Camavinga.
Yeah, does he?
Yeah.
Hey.
If he receive today yellow card,
What are
he
these
doesn't
man
play
doing?
next game.
Alright.
Cucurella.
Cool. Take it easy.
No,
Alright.
no,
Nice.
no.
Raw, cover, fresh trim. Go
Look,
on.
Matteo.
I'm absolutely fixated on this Napoli game.
I'm telling you.
He
That
wants
game
the
is
goal
like
base.
fire.
He wants the goals.
I'm fixated on that game. Okay, opening first 10 minutes. Dami, what's your thoughts?
Chelsea so far, I mean, they look like they've got a bit more energy than normal, which is pretty good. I haven't seen as much energy in a while. Like, it looks relatively positive compared to the actual lineup. So, I mean, let's see how long they can keep this up for. If Real Madrid keep making mistakes and we can actually get on the end of something, then I feel like it's one of those games where if we get one goal at least, then things will be very different. So, yeah, we're just going to be patient and see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
1% chance. It's more like 2% chance now, 98% for you.
You seem a lot more confident, weirdly, tonight. Just from the, I know it's only the first 10 minutes, but the way you're kind of playing the ball out, trying to spread the play. Nice ball in there from Reece James.
Angolo,
Kante.
pisses me off. These
Kante
are
with
you
the
can't
chance.
miss things like this. We scored that and we have a different conversation.
Well, exactly.
Wow.
But look at how much better Chelsea are playing tonight.
Oh,
Raul.
that's
Oh,
a big chance,
That's
man.
a massive
Falls to his weaker
chance.
foot, you could say.
Yeah, it is.
But he has the time, I feel like, to maybe move to his right.
Even everybody knows.
Listen,
you know?
Lampard's thinking, back in my day, I would have finished that, mate.
Back in my day, do you know what I mean? Oh my God.
Raul, what do you think from a Madrid perspective? You're not happy, it seems.
Well, no, we are considering it all different mistake, but well, at the end it's normal. We need to wait the first 15, 20 minutes, receive all the pressure without a goal for Chelsea, and that's it. But yeah, to be honest, we were expecting this game. When Chelsea with the ball up, they need the goal, so we need to wait the first 15, 20 minutes.
Defensively, you haven't been
Oh
particularly
my
solid
God, they're coming
tonight.
here again. Oh,
Sorry?
Defensively, you haven't been particularly good so far. I know it's the only first 11, 12 minutes, but a little bit shaky at the back. Is that worrying you?
No,
Not worried?
no.
Yeah, this is what they did last week.
He's not worried.
This is what they did last
He's just
week.
never
to be
worried.
fair.
No, to be honest.
I keep
I've
saying
seen
it.
this guy losing on live watch along. Still be like, no problem. Second half, we will
Listen,
come. We will come
After the
second half.
first
I
goal,
promise.
after the first goal for Liverpool in Anfield, I said the same.
Yeah.
It's good for
I
Real
saw
Madrid.
it, yeah.
No, it's good for Real Madrid. It's good. Now we need to wake up, and now we need to go for the goal.
Yeah.
We receive another goal.
These man are
Look, Camavinga, make up.
pressing.
No, Camavinga.
Listen, first 10 minutes, AC Milan have been pegged in their half. They have literally not got out.
No.
He tried it. He failed. Let me be cool.
It's always.
Leonardo
Come to the
Ramiro
fun.
says, where would I go if Arsenal win the Premier League? Where would we go, Fuad?
Where would I go?
Where would you go?
I'd stay in my house.
If
Just staying
Arsenal
in
win
for the whole
the.
summer?
Yeah, probably. No need to come outside. Potential to run into Arsenal fans. Like, oh,
Would you come
what am I
in
going to do
here?
that for? For what?
I know, I've said the same thing,
No.
says Matisse.
No, season's done. There's no reason for me to be.
There's no need. There's no need to really see.
Have to say
no.
congratulations.
No,
to-
no,
what?
oh no.
I don't know.
For what? No. I'll be hostile.
There's something disgusting about his City treble, dude.
Oh, come on. Napoli are teasing me here. I know there's a goal here.
Yeah,
That's a silly foul to give away there, Quisha.
Modani.
There is definitely a goal coming in this Napoli game.
Chelsea are
Benacer.
on it, you know. Fair enough. I haven't seen us play like this in
Yeah, it's,
time. Oh, nah.
Oh, what we seeing here? Chelsea, back post! Reece James!
Handball.
No,
Brother.
he's fluffed it. He's fluffed it. He actually handballed it.
Yeah, handball,
Brother,
handball,
fam.
handball.
He
should have hit
handballed
that
it. He
first
should
time.
have. Yeah.
First time.
Should have hit that on the volley as it was coming in.
Because the thing is like, yeah, even if you went into the stands, like, you're putting everybody under pressure. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, first time, hit that thing, like, could have gone in, you could have created a
Wow.
cool something. So should I hit that first time? Brother.
Yeah, you even move your hand towards it, man.
Yeah.
Again, Chelsea, come on.
I mean, so far, would you say Chelsea have looked the better side?
You could say that, but playing better doesn't always mean winning games. You know what I mean?
Galliman,
It's
Galliman.
also, you have to take your chances when you're playing better. There's nothing worse than having chances, looking like the better team, and then still not having scored, in my opinion. That Kante chance could come back to haunt them, though. Because you really
Said same
always
thing
want,
about
in a second leg
Felix.
game, you always want an early goal just to make it interesting.
Yeah, we need some goals. We need to get some goals going.
I remember the first 10, 15 minutes for Chelsea in Bernabeu. Apparently was the same, so similar, no?
I agree. I'm not even gonna front. Like, that's exactly what happened last game as well. So
AC
let's see
Milan
if we can
cannot
actually
string
keep this pressure on.
4
Napoli
passes together at the moment.
But they're not standing stiff like last match, if you remember.
Come on,
'cause, like, my
Politano.
problem-
Cutting in! Oh! Side netting.
Oh, madre mia.
Oy.
Vamos.
All Napoli so far. All Napoli.
Bienveni.
He is very slept on
Bienveni.
Politano as well. Sometimes they play Lozano ahead of him, and I'm not a fan of him. Much more dangerous Politano.
Vamos.
Let's say they get through tonight. Would you still say that they're one of the favourites? to
Who,
win?
Napoli?
Or when you now look at the competition as to who's left?
No, I've got Napoli as being finalists purely because of the quality they have. I think they've got a potent striker in Osimhen. They've got that kind of X-factor play in Kvisha, a solid defence, and a manager who's tactically adaptable,
Yeah.
in my opinion. This is the game where I want to see, do they have the character to get over a supposed bogey team this season,
Exactly.
but then also turn the tie around? If they do that, they're showing to me further proof why I see them as finalists, in my opinion. If they don't, Unlucky, it was a good run. Go and collect your Serie A now.
Nicely said.
Yeah.
Nicely said. Very nice. People were asking, would we come in to do the summer transfer shows? You would not see us in here until the new season.
Did you see Spurs' last summer window?
Yeah.
I was here doing content for that, and week by week I was demoralised, and I lost an inch of hairline, which is why I'm forced to wear hats constantly now, see. And I can't live with any more of that, you see. I'm losing too much hair.
Losing the will. Losing the will. Okay, anyway, back to this game. Still, every time I'm looking at this game, it is all Chelsea at the moment.
Corner first.
So poor.
I mean, look, I'll keep quiet. It's when I start talking that things always go downhill, so I'll just be silent.
If you pull a goal back, do you then start to believe?
10% chance.
10%?
Yeah,
Okay,
it goes
10%.
absolutely. Well, we just, I mean, 1 to 10 is a bit high, but you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to be... Let's see what I got.
Here we go, Kvisha now. 1v1 hit. Oh, no.
Almost.
Unlucky.
Koulibaly.
Can they break
Brahim
Milan?
Diaz actually
He's
had an
so
incredible
good,
game
man.
in the first game as well.
So good. He was
Nice.
It was
they're gonna-
important to them dismantling them that 4-0 match as well.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty good, yeah.
If he can beat on form, they stand a chance. I feel like he's one of those few players that can turn something out of nothing. I feel like, Politano, this is what I'm
Absolutely
saying.
done him there.
Oh!
Get Tonali on his toes.
Oh my God, Carvajal, what's going on there, man?
Chasing shadows, Milan.
Hey, hit that.
Was Carvajal, no?
Yeah, give me that cash money, Kvisha. Give me that cash money. They got 2 on him every single time, man. Come on, what? Nobody wants to go 1v1 no more.
High tempo game, this Napoli one. If you are bored of the Chelsea Madrid one, you feel free to put it on because it's a good game.
What's lost and
good
found
game.
says Napoli are making pizza out of AC Milan. You're damn right. Let's hope we get some cooked ones, please.
Who
So at the
would you rather
moment-
see Napoli go through?
Oh, all day, yeah. I feel like Napoli are almost like every year in the Champions League, you get this kind of like nice romantic story, whether it's
Yeah.
an Ajax, an RB Leipzig, a Lyon. This year it's Napoli, and I feel like
Do it.
with the ghost
Yes.
of Maradona having helped Argentina win the World Cup, the ghost of Maradona now helping Napoli lift the league.
No.
You know, a nice little deep Champions League run. I'd love to see it, man. I've always said on here, I'm about football narratives and stories. This is it's a beautiful story here,
Fairy
man.
tale.
Yeah. And Bombele as well. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's get some medals, baby. Come on,
I
baby.
can't have
I
another
always got
player.
ulterior
I
motives.
can't have another
I was
player.
waiting for that. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
I always got ulterior motives.
He's almost finished and he hasn't brought him
Yeah,
there.
but you know what? It annoys me because every player that leaves Tottenham, I know he's still contracted to us, but every player that leaves Tottenham goes on and wins a trophy. Every single one.
It's true.
Every single
It's
one.
true.
I can't be having this guy win the Champions League and come back to us.
He's gonna come back and be like, "Why am I here? Huh?
Yeah, why am I
What
here?
am I doing here?"
Absolutely
my days.
unbelievable.
Do you see a Napoli more favorite than the City, for example?
No. So for me, the final, that's what I see. City versus Napoli. And that's where
And
I'm
your
like,
favorite?
that one, I don't care who wins at that point. Napoli, you can go on honor Maradona in the greatest way, or Pep breaks his curse, finally. That's a story as well for me. And I think, especially this season,
What are you, man, doing?
with the way...
Kepa, fair enough.
Rodrigo almost got a near post there.
Kepa, Dio. Who's Kepa, eh?
Fair enough.
Little lovely ball from Carvajal there, I can't even
allow
lie.
that to happen.
Go.
Yeesh,
was
hits
in,
the
eh?
post. It wasn't even Kepa.
Yeah, too much for
That's
Kepa.
that shimmy shimmy.
If that was
2
on
feet.
target, I think Kepa doesn't catch that even because his hand is way lower than where the ball is. But
It was
I'm not gonna.
on the floor.
Long day, man.
Westin time Kepa. Oh, look, the shot for Kepa.
Camavinga.
Oh, for the ball. Oh.
Look at this.
Oh.
Footballer. That's a foul. Come on.
Hey, yellow card. Minimum, no? This referee is
What's his name? Osato, wasn't it?
Italian, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
He really is brilliant, Camavinga. How old is he?
20? 21?
No.
No, I think it's 20 something, like Vini, 20.
No way, because he was
Camavinga,
making his
nah.
debut at Rennes when he was like 16, and I was like, I'm sure.
20.
Yeah, he's 20. He's 20.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
20,
I told
yeah.
you, man.
That's
He's making his
mad.
debut at Rennes like literally 3 years ago
20
at
years
16. I was like, mate, that is absurd.
20 years old. Absolutely
Bossing
Well,
on
that's
the
FIFA.
biggest stage. That's crazy. To me.
incredible.
20.
There was a question for you and I, Fuad, from Nangapan, who says, who's been the bigger flop, Son or Kulusevski this season?
This season, son. I'm sorry, to go from the standard bearer where you're the Golden Boot winner to this season completely a mile off. Kulusevski, I would say this season he's probably been more affected by injuries.
Yeah.
I think after the first 3 games started blistering, and then he got a knee injury,
so
I think
poor
it was, and
today.
he was in and out of the side for about 2 months, and then he got the big one post World Cup
Yeah.
that kept him out for a month, and since that injury he just hasn't recovered. I
That's
feel
a
like.
yellow
Yeah,
card.
same.
Yeah, I'll
That's a
definitely say
card.
Son.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ooh.
There we go.
Yellow card, sure.
It was a card indeed.
Napoli are just launching balls into AC's box at the minute. AC cannot get out of their own third. Forget.
That was
Hey.
nice.
Oh, that's some lovely football.
I can't lie. If Napoli keep going like this, they will score 100%.
Hey!
Not too far away.
Near post clip there.
If you give Napoli another 20 minutes of this, they're going to score.
Oh, they're
100%.
absolutely
They're
peppered.
100% going to score, yeah.
Ooh, what's
What's
happening
that?
here? Ooh, have we got a handball?
Have we got a handball?
I think that might be Rui, the left back.
Madre mía.
Okay, free kick to Chelsea. What can they do?
That's not good, eh?
Brother, what
Absolutely
was
nothing.
that, fam?
I think Kante makes such a difference for you.
100%.
Such a difference.
100%. Because he brings this energy that the rest of the midfield doesn't have, you know? Like, and he's such a good player, man. Honestly, like, I do feel like
Vamos.
his injuries have definitely messed him up quite a bit, but end of the day, nearly got something.
Oh, they're
going
asking
on
for handball. Penalty? No.
Yeah,
Penalty?
I think it's a penalty.
there. Is
It's a
it?
penalty, yeah.
Yeah.
For
Do you know what the worst thing is? The chat was saying as well, pen,
Yeah,
pen,
are
pen
we
in the chat, and I
are
was
we
like, I think we're a
behind?
little bit behind on the Napoli-Milan game, but bear with
Penalty.
us, people.
Penalty.
Yeah, penalty given in the Milan game, it seems.
Yeah,
That's-
it looks like it did look.
And that's against the runner play as well.
Oh, you don't do
poor.
that, man. Especially with
you know
how
what-
much pressure they've put on these guys.
Do you know what's so silly as well? He literally just got away with a cheeky handball as well.
Yeah.
And to do that silly foul in a game where you've literally been dominating for the first 15 minutes
took
or
Leao
20
out.
minutes, it
No.
just doesn't make sense.
It looks like, has Militao got a problem or
Yeah.
is he okay?
I prefer
No,
not to speak.
Militao.
Oh, penalty coming up.
Oh, Militao.
Okay. I'm trying to not look at the chat to see what you guys have said because we are a little bit slow here on our Napoli stream.
I love this game.
Do you know who has a yellow card as well, guys? Militao.
Ooh,
He doesn't play in the semi-final if we want to.
that's a
So if
big
you-
one.
So who do you face
That's
in the
a
semi-final?
big
Was it
one.
Who's
City?
taking it?
That's
Giroud.
a big
Who would you
Giroud
have? Who would you
versus
have?
Mere.
Camavinga, Militao.
And what do we have here? World's biggest football model versus one of Italy's finest young
Hey.
keepers.
Oh,
Huh?
And
Oh, nasty.
Big Jizu. 0 goals at the World Cup 2018. Is he going to get a goal tonight? On a plate, 12 yards out. Big moment. And he's missed.
saved.
Olivier Giroud misses his big moment. Wow. Big save. Big save.
Huge moment in that tie. Huge
Big,
moment
big
for
save.
Milan.
That is a momentum shift. And guess what? That's deserved. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a penalty, but Napoli have been dominating this game. That would have been against the runner play had they scored
It's
that.
football. Fuck,
Hey,
come on, you
football
cannot say.
hype.
Come on.
Napoli, you must rise now, please.
No.
You're coming across like an AC Milan fan today, you know?
No,
I'm
no.
watching you closely, Mr.
No,
Raul.
because
There's a mind game here.
no.
There's a reason behind it. There
Well,
must be.
No,
You say?
no. Listen, always, to be honest, for me, it's not
Oh
one of
my
the favorite
God.
Napoli because I always say, if you want to win something, you need to have the team properly. Napoli for me is like, Arsenal.
That's
They
a
are
bad
playing
penalty.
well.
That's a bad penalty, man. That's too in the middle, I feel like. Has Giroud ever prolifically been or historically been like a good penalty taker?
He's-
I don't know. I don't recall him
at
being
Chelsea,
a
what
primary
was-
penalty taker
He
anywhere.
didn't really take penalties at Chelsea that often
At
anyway. I
Arsenal?
don't even remember. Yeah, I don't
really
think
remember him
he's...
taking many at Arsenal either.
Oh,
Thinking. I mean, he's probably scored some in his career, but I would have thought Leao, big man there. Benacer, you've got there potentially. Tonali. But then
Huge
step
moment.
up, big moment, and he's
Militao,
missed
que
it.
pase.
Huge moment for Milan.
How do Milan react now?
God.
We shall see.
Don't know, because they've been absolutely peppered all game. So they're going to need to have some type of a response to that. Raul, how you feeling?
Well, como se dice, too many mistake.
Nice.
Militao out for the next game.
Nice.
Let's see. But now it's 25 minutes, so it's not 15, 20.
Chatnia says Raul is scared of potentially facing Napoli. That's what it is. You might be right, you know.
scared about Napoli.
You might be onto something, you know.
No, I always say the same. For me, Napoli is like Arsenal. They are
Nice.
playing well.
Ooh.
They are doing a great season. But listen, if you want to win something, you need to have in your team big players. Give me one. I say long time ago, Arsenal, they are not going to win the league. And I say it.
Why do you think that?
Listen,
It's
give
just
me,
nice to hear.
give me
We
one,
sound like some haters when we say it.
give me
Yeah.
one big player in Arsenal. One name of the big player, massive big player in Arsenal. Who?
Saka.
Saka? Experience or Saka?
Oh, wow.
Raw.
Just seen a stat that's come up that says Giroud scored 27 penalties and only missed one.
Raw.
Does that include that one? 2.
No, two now.
This
obviously.
is his second penalty.
That's
He missed out
crazy.
29. That's
Is
ridiculous.
that in his entire career? Yeah.
Jeez.
What's a
fairs.
penalty? What's a penalty?
What a time to miss, though, man.
Could be out.
I wonder when the other one was as well. See if you can find that one. I would be
Versus-
mad if it was a World Cup miss or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, was it in the
I feel like it was. I feel like it was an
Dominic Dasselo!
Oh!
Why did you punch
have
the-
goalkeeper
You know what?
as
It's
well.
calm. It's calm. It's chill.
They have
Straight down the
goalkeeper.
throat for Kepa. Deals with it.
2012 versus Coventry.
2012.
Oh, 2012
Nice.
versus Coventry. All right,
Okay.
I'll let him off.
All
I'll let
right,
him
it's
off.
been, how many years is that?
Over a decade.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Dami, I wanted to ask you actually, just from an outsider's perspective. Obviously, Chelsea go with Kepa in goal,
Yeah.
and they have done for a while now. Why?
I mean, I can't lie. I got no idea.
I just am
you know
so- I'm a
what?
bit-
In
but I just am
fairness,
curious by
I
it.
do. It's a bit frustrating because I kind of I don't want to say I understand because I really do find it irritating, but I feel like it's because of his ability to sort of spread the ball out pretty nicely. Like he's pretty good on the ball for the most part, all right. But then again, I just feel like all these extra skills that some certain players have, if you can't do the fundamentals to a certain degree at a good level, then what's the point of even playing him there in the first place? Obviously, Lampard brought in Mendy just because he didn't want Kepa, but I'm guessing for confidence reasons, he just sort of left him in there in the first place. So it's pretty frustrating to see him there because Mendy, hands down, is the better shot stopper. And if I'm a football player and I see Kepa in goal, I'm like, yeah, you know what, screw it, let's take a shot. And then more time, he always goes in. It's crazy. So, yeah, I don't know why they've still kept. Maybe they're trying to get his value going up because it just really doesn't make too much sense to me. Apart from the ball distribution,
We'll
but,
do
yeah,
anything.
it's annoying, but it is what it is.
What's your view on the Mendy Kepa situation?
Two mid goalkeepers.
Think about the money. How much do you
that's how I
spend
look at
on?
it.
I think
Yes,
that
and the
Kepa is
problem
one
is
of
this-
72 million or something crazy?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the problem Chelsea have is they've always been trying to find a way to justify that fee, which is why Kepa seems to work his way back in. But I think he did have a spell at the start of the season where he actually was one of Chelsea's best players and keeping out goals, to be honest. Listen, he was doing well when he initially stepped in for Mendy. You're not going to try and deny that. Listen, agenda's all you like, and Kepa's not a great goalkeeper. But there was a point at the start of the season he was actually playing well. So you can say what you like. But however, I do think your goalkeeping situation is a mess because both goalkeepers, in my opinion, are not of an elite standard. I
Yeah,
think
you know what? I feel like
and-
Mendy had that
I think
form,
Mendy is
yeah.
probably a little bit better, but Mendy's also very limited. So if you want to be a kind of dynamic goalkeeper, which most goalkeepers are these days, Mendy doesn't fit that profile. Kepa does fit that profile a little bit more, but he's
But he can't
less
actually
reliable
keep
as a
properly, yeah.
goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So
Guys, but-
it's a weird situation where it's picking out of two bad choices, essentially.
Guys,
So,
but I think it's easy situation for Chelsea. You can buy another one, bro.
what, give him back Courtois.
No, Courtois no, but
That's why I kind of like that they're going through this because when Courtois wanted to leave or whatever, Chelsea fans now boo him and everything and hate him, and I get it, but it felt like they thought they could do better.
No, but
And it
you
was
know
like,
what? Nah, but you know what?
Courtois
is-
was as good as it was
Nah,
going to get,
but
and
do you know what
especially
is,
how he
right, Fuad?
replaced Czech as well. I was like, oh man, you lot should have gave that guy a 7-9 year contract. Oh my god,
my God.
another sitter, Conor Gallagher,
for my
4
chest.
yards out.
Nah, I can't do this, bro.
You're
I
lucky.
can't,
He's
I
offside.
can't.
He's offside. He's offside.
Okay.
He's offside.
All right.
He's offside.
No, because it's like, I can't keep doing this, you know? Like,
Where?
I don't see where the Cucurella there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So the second
first.
ball, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he was
But
offside.
my God,
But
bro.
is Kepa one of the players with more salary on Chelsea?
He's
Of
got
course.
a pretty high salary, but the thing is like, I want to bring it back to what Fuad was saying earlier. Look, at the end of the day, like, the only person I really do blame...
The chat are laughing at me for saying Courtois. They're saying, it's not Courtois. How do you say his name?
Courtois.
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 Okay, I'll say Courtois.
Courtois.
But yeah, I only really blame Marina and the ex-board for this whole goalkeeping situation at the end of the day. Like, because Courtois rightfully came and said, I want to leave. And they were like, like, we need to take our time with a new goalkeeper. Messing about with Alisson. Liverpool, like, you might not messing about.
Yeah.
What's going on here, man?
Cucurella.
Rodrigo, Benzema,
No.
Ramadan Benz. Not quiet.
I mean, Kepa is...
quiet.
Yeah.
Today is...
No,
What are you saying? He
not
broke
quite.
fast?
Not quite. There's a super chat here.
Hazard.
There's a super chat from Debbie Lee who says, Raul, will they sack Ancellotti if they lose?
They have to.
If they lose,
If they lose this game,
yeah.
what? They have to.
No. If they, I think that he's
But he's not...
done anyway.
Yeah, he's leaving end of the season.
It's weird because he
Probably.
came out and said he wasn't leaving at the end
Now
of the
the news of the last 2 weeks, apparently he said in a press conference with the newspaper, he's happy. He won any all the title possible in Real Madrid in 2 years. If we want Copa del Rey this year, but listen, if you are speaking with
I have absolutely zero confidence in the way this guy deflects shots. Genuinely, like in situations like you do, why would you? That could have bounced anywhere. Like quite literally, like yeah, fair enough, you made the save, but what is that? If that got back to Modric and he puts it back into the middle where the penalty pot is like that's a goal. Benzema's picking on that, you know, or the earlier chance where you pushed it out into the box. Like these are some basic goalkeeping things that you would expect. All right, a goalkeeper to be able to do, but
Politano's just gone down injured for Napoli. Yeah. He has been giving Teo Hernandez a nightmare today, so that is a blow. Do you know what he did as well? He's smart. He got injured off the pitch and crawled back on just so the game could get stopped. I respect it. I respect that kind of dark arts.
William Olsen says Saka is 21. There is no better player than him in that position. How do you
say?
all feel about that?
Vinny or Saka?
I don't see Saka a lot, but I will say Vinny, of course. I listen a lot
or Saka? What do you guys say?
What did you ask me?
Kvisha or Saka for Napoli? I'm going Kvisha.
Has to be. Because the thing is like when people are talking about Osman being like, obviously, yeah, but he's been, that's next man. You know what I mean? Like I saw he's got like 15, 16 goals for Napoli this season or something behind. I mean, Osman has got a ridiculous number of goals, but look,
I have to say, I'd pick Saka. I'd still pick Saka. Yeah.
I mean, I love Saka though. I really do love Saka, but
I don't just base it off of this season either. I base it off of the fact that how old Saka? 21? 21 years old. And for the last 3 years, even before Arsenal were kind of at this pomp that they're in at the minute, he was still elite, and he was he was carrying them wholeheartedly on his back. So
his performances for England is where I was kind of like, oh no, you're actually a big dog. So
he is in my opinion a world class player. Saka.
At 2 tournaments as well, where it was kind of the Euros. You're thinking maybe it was his first tournament. He's just excited to be here. The second tournament, last World Cup, where I was like, oh no, you're actually stepping up every time. So I was like, he's not a player who has some responsibility. And even though he missed that penalty yesterday, the fact that he's stepping up since the World Cup after that, or Euros after that big miss, you got to give him his credit. But I still think there is definitely kind of like work to be done. I think his ceiling is very high. This is the funny thing. I think right now he gets put in the world class bracket and all of that, and I truly, personally, I wouldn't put him there because I think he's still to hit his final evolution.
Possibly.
I think a lot of people are looking at him and thinking, oh no, we've got the finished article. I'm like, no, I think Saka maybe in 2 or 3 years you're going to see like a demon, and that when he's at that level, that's when you're going to be kind of, it's undeniable. But I think now he's at that level.
Maybe I'm saying world class too soon, but I think he's definitely
nowadays,
shown.
Let's be honest, anybody puts in 6 months worth of good form as we say world class. So it's the metrics have changed.
I'm trying to base it off of the last 3 years, but I definitely think he is a world class.
He's definitely one of the best in the world at the moment, for sure. You could say in that position form wise as well. But I personally don't look at world class as like just for what you've done this season. For me, it's like 2 or 3 years. Have you been at the top of your game in that position? I think he's definitely getting to that stage, but he's still young enough where you look at it maybe in 3 or 4 years' time. If he's now been doing what he's doing now for 4, 5 years, now you're looking at kind of Gerrard, Lampard. These are the things, those greats that we used to hold them to. Scholes, Giggs, Keane. That was the thing. They would be there for 8, 9, 7, 10 years sometimes. And
at the top.
This is what greatness is like. Harry Kane. How often did we say, oh, 1 season, bang, or whatever? But now it's like, you can cuss him for all his medals, but you cannot deny the player or whatever. So so it's consistency will always tell, and I think
consistency is king.
Saka's, if there's one thing you can't deny him, is he's actually been consistent. And as you said, even in the worst times.
Yeah, he's still stepped up.
People say we don't talk nice about
exactly. There we go.
Look at that, man.
That's two
your feel for the year.
Having a lovely debate about how much they like Saka. There we go, Arsenal fans. You'll like that one.
Some nice link up.
Harry Kane, not the Harry
coming
Kane.
off there.
So Saka's been through so much in his career. He's still getting better and better. Wizzer says Saka ain't clutch or a leader though. He never will be. But I like your optimism. That's harsh. Axel says Saka is going to burn out by 25. There's too much expectation for him. It reminds me of Sanchez.
Napoli have had to make a second change in that game, by the way. Their left back Rui, who gave away the penalty, is gotten injured as well. So him and Politano. I would Politano and Mario Rui, left back.
Okay.
Let's see Saka.
And I would say that was their best player in Politano so far and their worst player in Rui so far. So I don't know, it's a bit of a balance there. But in their place, it's Matias Oliveira and Irving Lozano who've come on. Still 0-0 in that game and 0-0 in the Chelsea game. 10 minutes left till the end of the first half in both.
Let's see Saka playing the Champions League.
And literally, this is where I'm saying there's still other areas of his game where I think he could show us more, and we can still ask questions if you like. I feel like the Champions League is definitely another big one. Title races like this season, him being involved, those regularly, that's where the top players are judged on, not purple patches between October and March.
I think he's going to be. I mean, we know they're going to be in the Champions League anyway next season. Arsenal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I mean, I have to say, obviously, I'm not excited to see Arsenal in the Champions League. But from an England perspective, I'm looking forward to seeing Saka in the Champions League.
Yeah.
To see what he's like at that elite level, playing against those elite teams, and what he can deliver. Because I try and separate Saka because I like Saka. I try and take him out of the Arsenal.
So cute, Saka.
I just think he's such a great player. I just think he's really he's brave. I think he's really brave.
No, he couldn't. Come on, penalty.
Is that a penalty? No, it's a corner.
It's a
I felt like the
corner.
defender got to that, to be fair. He was just, the pass was just a little bit too slow, man. And it's Rafael Leao. Whoa, VAR, please.
Penalty.
Hold a minute.
No, he touched it.
No.
Yeah, penalty. No, he touched the feet first. Yeah.
I want to see that angle again.
It was penalty.
I want to see that angle again.
Let's have it in some slow-mo.
That's man first. That's man first. I'm sorry. He goes man, ball, man.
Has that gone to VAR?
You need to
That should be going to VAR right now. I'm sorry.
There's no way they're not giving that.
If he's going to penalty on the other end.
Angle, unless they're seeing something completely different, Leao has completely taken him out.
Yeah, it was full.
See what happens? That's what they call a striker's tackle.
That was mad. Absolutely mad.
Oh man, we are
Who's on
so
Napoli's
poor.
bench? I just realised. Do you recognise that name, Abby?
Nada.
Oh my God, Galini.
Nada.
No penalty.
Right.
No.
We're obviously seeing a different angle.
I think that first angle he showed before was that he got the ball first, but then from that one behind,
the one
it
that
looked
we've
proper
seen.
nasty, didn't it?
Yeah.
Absolute
Okay,
farce,
we're seeing
mate.
a different angle, guys, and we are. How many minutes behind are we? 1 minute?
I think 2 minutes.
1 or 2 minutes
Yeah.
behind. Okay.
Because that one's, 2 minutes ahead.
Yeah, we are slightly behind. Okay, it's a Chelsea corner. Cucurella coming into the last 5 minutes of the
So
first.
poor in the Madrid game. So poor, guys. No.
Yeah.
Madrid game
Not a lot
without
of quality in this
ambition.
one. Well, to be fair, Madrid have secured the result. For them, there's no need to kind of kill the game off and go for the jugular. And Chelsea, let's be honest, they're toothless.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. So you've got a team that's
We are
kind of
happy and
comfortable.
they are happy about
Yeah,
it.
so it's like,
Yeah,
and
but-
they don't have the quality or the oomph to come out and take the fight to you.
You know, I
That's
think
why I'm watching this game a little bit more, to be honest.
This game is end to end.
There's actually something on the line, and these are playing.
Yeah, we are the team that maybe if Chelsea score, maybe we can then wake up, But then
If they do
not the
score,
moment.
that's where I wish Kante scored that early chance. Then it makes the whole game interesting.
Yeah, but now.
Well, you never know. We have got another 45 minutes to go. You never know what can happen. Dami, what are you going to look to see in the second half?
I need us to bring on a Felix or Mudryk. I need something spicy up front, I mean, okay, but never mind. I need something spicy up front, you know. I need someone that's actually going to go there and, like, you know, give it a shot up front because everybody's getting in the right positions and they're all trying to place you on platters for the next person. Like, I mean, Kante is the one getting on the cross opportunities. Like, it's pretty, you know, I like the way we've kind of set up now, but then there's no end product there. There's nobody that's really taking advantage of what's going on. I don't know what's going on that side of the pitch, but like, yeah. Oh my days.
This is some aggression.
Another one, yeah.
This game is heating up, by the way.
This has got some serious aggression in it, this game.
I like that.
Oh my God.
Oh, Vini!
Ay, Dios míos.
Dios míos.
Vini?
Dios mío, man.
No, you got fouled there, man. Come on, man. Don't blame Vinny.
No, but you cannot miss it. He was alone.
Sleeping.
He was on. He was alone, Vini.
Look.
Was alone.
Oh, that's onside as well. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. He's got to do better there. He definitely has to do. He has to at least hit the target. Yeah, he got his left foot on it. Completely stuffed it.
His left, yeah.
Okay, fairs.
Yeah, expect better from Vinny there. Bad miss.
Giroud looks to be in a lot of pain after that challenge.
You know them ones when you've had a bad game and you're kind of looking for an excuse to come off.
Yeah.
I see Giroud. I see what you're doing. We've all been there when you've had a stink and you're like, you know what? Hey, sub me off. Like, bruv, get up.
Seems to be okay now.
Yeah.
Seems to be okay. Just needed a minute.
Oh, son, tío. Vamos.
Charles de Cataler. Big money signing in the summer. A lot of people thought you'd live up to the expectations. Barely getting any minutes these days. Belgium's next hope, they say.
Be careful with your score now.
Cucurella, poor corner. Cannot even beat the first man.
Full Benzema.
Something.
Cucurella. Qué jugador. What a player.
Would you take him at Real Madrid? Left back?
No.
Qué jugador. No.
He's happy London.
My days.
Nah,
please no.
Yeah, he might be happy London, but we don't win.
Federico ha vuelto. Federico. Look,
Silva looks like he's about to pass out or not running.
Now?
Nah, get out, man.
Yeah, Benzema.
Get out, man.
Doesn't fall to him properly.
He could be out.
Kvisha on the left hit. Listen, Calabria, I cannot lie to you, yeah. The last 3 games against Kvisha, he has had his number. It's spooky. Because Calabria is not meant to be good.
I mean, this is a proper dogfight, this game.
But Napoli must score, or I can see some run against the runner play shit happening. They already had the penalty fumble Ndombele into Rosed. Brother!
It's classic Spurs behaviour at that point.
Hey, it's just not really necessary.
This is Napoli.
Nah, I'm just saying,
versus AC.
You know what I mean? Like,
keep our name out of this.
You can take the man out of the yard, but the yard out, you can't take the yard out.
Now all of a sudden he's ours. Please, man.
We're not playing with him.
Come on, brother.
Valverde could be out up to 12 games, guys?
Say that again, sorry?
For the punch, Valverde.
What do you mean?
Up to 12 games because...
A ban? 12-game ban, did you
out.
say?
In La Liga, up to 12 games.
Valverde?
Valverde, for the punch. No punch?
I didn't even see that.
You don't know nothing.
No.
Huh? You didn't see that?
Tell us.
You didn't know.
What?
Tell us about it.
Rose.
Tell me about it, please.
Explain English.
I genuinely do not know. Which one? Ernesto Valverde?
Federico.
Oh, Baena! Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about now, yeah. I thought you meant Ernesto Valverde. That's what I was thinking.
No.
He's an old man and a manager. Who's he punching?
No. All right.
That's what I'm like. Ernesto Valverde, he was at Barcelona flopping last time. What is he at Bilbao these days? But yeah, no, that's rightly so. You should be punching, man. Any man talks on your family, rightly so, man. Real men.
Yeah.
Respect it. Respect it, bro.
Back it out for me.
Kill for my family.
Yeah.
Come on, Kvisha.
We need a goal in either of these games. We need a goal.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Leao picks it up deep here.
Milan
Beats 1.
beats Ndombele.
Leao beats 2.
Goes
so
well.
Oh my God. This is one of those.
Leao.
3. No!
Oh, Leao cooked there. I can't lie.
Wow.
Leao, that was incredible. That was incredible. That was incredible. That was incredible.
Is a footballer right
That was
there.
incredible.
He picked that up from his
That was
own
absolutely
Gareth
incredible.
Bale-esque.
No word of a lie. He beat 1, he beat 2, he beat 3, and then said, "Let me put this on a plate for you."
How nice is that?
I know you missed the penalty, but here's something for you too,
Let's
my brother.
just watch that.
Look at this.
And Ndombele losing the ball.
Fam, you don't miss stuff like that, man.
Oh my God.
Where do I look?
I'm watching that goal. I'm seeing the chance miss. Yo, let's see what's happening.
At the same time.
Nah, Cucurella, you stink. You stink,
Great.
brother. Leao, you're a king, my brother.
Brilliant. And also
You
to put
don't
that
miss
on a
stuff
plate.
like that, bro. Honestly. He
so
was
good,
on the
that's so
platter.
Oh my
Selfish.
God, Napoli are gonna go out. I can't believe this.
Napoli are going to go out as it stands. It is 2-0 Milan.
Osimhen, please rise. Look at Giroud cleaning the boot. I love that celebration as well. That's a throwback celebration, that one.
Mythical, huh?
That's pissed me off
No,
so
I can't even lie.
much.
People are saying, what a save. That is not a save. I'm sorry. Cucurella
What a miss!
bottled
Who
that.
said what a save?
Absolutely
What a miss,
bottled
bro.
that.
Maybe some safe, no? We're together.
Oh, that's pissed me off so much.
Napoli.
That's so
Napoli.
irritating. Yellow card. I'll keep
Really
quiet.
difficult when you play against the best goalkeeper in the world.
Look at this. Look at this. Bro, how? How? Any other player on that pitch, including Kepa, scores that goal. Even Havertz scores that.
know.
Every other person scores that.
Do you know what happened when you miss the chance, no? Against Real Madrid?
Bruv.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Vamos,
You
vamos.
don't miss chances like that against Real Madrid, for God's sake.
Well, I have to say, Chelsea have missed quite a few chances.
Oh, but that one was shit. That one was like the whole world stopped for him. He had a chance to take a touch. He was like, do you know what I mean? Like you could have. Oh, nah, that's. Oh man, nah, man. I need to go use the bathroom because what's this, man?
There is a
oh,
super
my
chat from
days.
Diallo who said Modric better than Xavi and Iniesta. He is the best of his era. Would you agree with that?
That's a spicy take.
Modri. What?
That is a very, very spicy
Who's that?
take.
Modri better than Xavi and
spicy
Iniesta.
take.
Personally, I've had Modric personally as the greatest midfielder. I like.
I think
That's a very spicy take.
It's not that. It's
It's
not as
very
spicy as
spicy.
you think.
It's
I think
spicy.
if you look, it's
It's
really
spicy.
not that spicy, bro.
It is spicy.
Can I explain?
Of course you can. Of course, it's a free world. You can say whatever you want. It's free. It's free.
But for me, I think what does Modric
I'm still
not
pissed off
have
by
that
what I've just
Xavi and
seen.
Iniesta have?
jeez.
I think
The
the
World Cup.
only thing that separates this argument of the Iniesta, Zidane, and Modric is the eye test for me.
Yeah.
I think when you
The
look
eye?
at it, when you watch the player,
yeah,
how you
yeah.
enjoyed him, I think Zidane is number one in that terms. Nobody even comes close. You're never going to touch him. But for me, in terms of consistency, Iniesta and Modric both are better than him. Big games, Zidane might have it. Iniesta, his fingerprints are all over it. But Modric has that as well.
Yeah.
You look at, and then I think the thing that holds Modric back is the international record, where Zidane has 2 World Cups, where Iniesta has 2 Euros and a
Yeah,
World
but
Cup.
you can't.
But then what I say is,
you're
pound for
born
pound,
into.
Croatia should be nowhere near a World
Exactly.
Cup final.
Yeah.
Croatia should be nowhere near as one of the oldest teams in the most recent World Cup in a semi.
Yeah.
So it's like, how the hell have you dragged your country? And within those 2 tournaments, his fingerprints were all over it. He got the Ballon d'Or in a time when Messi and Ronaldo were at their peak.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like the things this guy's done. You look at any Champions League run Madrid have had, semi-final, quarterfinals, finals. His fingerprints are
Modric
all
won.
over it. And when he came to Madrid, people were saying he was one of the biggest flops. Is he not a Madrid legend that you were talking about? That's a legend
He's
right there.
been there 10 years,
Then you
over
look
10
at it,
years. Yeah.
Then you look at longevity. This guy came in from Zagreb as a wonder kid at 18, and at 38 is still one of the best players in the world. That's a career spanning 20 years now. So now you're talking consistency, longevity, international, European, and then he's also the final box. Oh, can he do it in the Premier League? Yes, he did. When he came to Tottenham, I'm sorry, everybody could tell he was a cut above every Tottenham player, and definitely should have been playing for a club bigger than Tottenham.
100%.
And when he came to Madrid, now you saw what he is. And for the last 10 years, that's what we've been watching. For me, I don't know. People can have Iniesta as their best. I wouldn't be mad at it. Zidane as the best. But I think to discount Modric and say he doesn't belong in that conversation, I don't know what
I never
he has
said
to
you
do.
didn't belong in that conversation.
I don't know what
I
he
didn't
has to
say
do.
that, but it's
but
also
to
those
say that's
things
a
where
spicy take even, I think
I
that
still-
those are the
look.
3 greatest midfielders of this last millennium, if you like, for me.
I fully agree with you.
Yeah,
Fully.
100%.
There was nothing I would disagree with.
How
on
is
that.
So now, defend the spiciness.
See, the only
That was
thing,
like
see,
lemon and
right
herb.
now, all I want to talk about right now is what I just saw on the pitch from Chelsea. Like, that miss I just saw, because honestly speaking, that was criminal.
I'll be honest, I've seen
that's
worse
a
misses than
lockable
that.
offence. That's a jail offence. Like, genuinely, like, how do you miss something of that? Like, it was, I'm not gonna not give Courtois flowers for saving that, because that was a pretty impressive save. Like, and it got the fans going, but you don't miss from there. I'm sorry.
I mean, I've seen you miss at least 3 from that kind of range tonight alone.
But that was the best chance.
Yeah.
He had all the time. He had time. You know what I mean? Like, this, you could. Oh nah, I don't. Oh my God, that's that one right there. Clear chance. The ball, we're moving it pretty fast around Madrid. Like, we put the ball into, and then you just miss like that, just on half time. If we scored that goal, it spins the time. You can score at the start of the game, all right? And Madrid are going to be like, yeah, you know what? It's the start of the game, whatever. Yeah, we'll be a bit rattled. But if you scored just before half time, when you thought nothing was going to get out of it, you absolutely changed the tie completely. And that 10%, all that rubbish I was chatting earlier, changes. 50-50. Yeah, let's go into the second half. It gives everybody some sort of confidence, but you've bottled, just like you've bottled the rest of the season. Do you know what I mean? Cucurella from beginning to end. Apart from that one performance he had at the start, when all the fans are like, oh, he's coming with that down from the second half. You know what I mean? Look at him now. It's rubbish, man. Absolute rubbish. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Sell it.
Okay, it is half-time in Chelsea. It is almost half-time in this Napoli AC Milan game. There is also a super chat from James Baker who said, at the moment, which Arsenal players do you hate?
I'm going to quickly use the bathroom.
Hate.
I don't hate anybody, to be fair.
I don't hate.
Like, obviously, we do the I'm a hater and all this, but there's no footballer I really
genuinely
hate.
think
Yeah,
there's
it's just we like
Yeah.
to have a bit of fun, man. But nah,
I hate
there's no
I don't
hatred.
hate an individual.
Yeah.
Tina says, Fuad, what do you think will happen with Spurs if Kane leaves in the summer, and which club will Kane go to?
I think really and truly there's only one option. I think that's Man United. It's kind of the only option for him, because I look at City, they don't need him. Chelsea, Arsenal would never happen. Liverpool don't have the money, and Bayern Munich, I don't think he wants to break that Premier League record.
Yeah,
so I think
definitely.
United will be the only move. In terms of how it affects us, we are going into a 2-year, 3-year wilderness of where.
Which is kind of where we are anyway.
It's kind of where we're just teetering towards that.
Yeah.
It's going to bottom out once Harry Kane leaves.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I feel like it could go one or two ways. It can be we predict and presume it's going to be the worst thing ever,
Or it could
and
be
it's
good.
actually not that
Yeah.
bad, and we manage. Or it could be one of those things where it's just like, you see how much he was actually doing for us over the last 7-8 years.
We know that. We
Yeah.
know that part, that it's going to be a very odd thing, and how much he contributes to the team. Please don't anyone misconstrue that.
Trust me.
But I think it's one of those things where it's like when Bale left, and obviously we recruited 7 players, only 2 of them were successful, but as in maybe once with the money you reinvest and
Yeah.
you
Was
have a
like
new,
after
you'll have
Bale,
a new
you thought-
manager, you play a different way,
After
you
Bale,
rebuild.
after Bale, we thought there would be nothing ever, and then 2 years later, Kane comes through. So it's kind of
I mean,
you go through a transition period, and I think you saw it with Arsenal over the last couple of years. For me, it's how do you handle those transition years? For me, it can be chaotic. I think you've even seen Man City this year have kind of gone through a transition within our eyes, but have still kept themselves competing. I think there's a way to have a transition season or go through those types of periods without completely capitulating. Kind of what those boys in blue over there are doing at the moment. Going through a transition and just like, let the whole world fall apart. It don't matter. Next season we'll restart again. But you don't want to have too much work to do, if that makes sense.
I think it's going to be very interesting, but I would definitely think Harry Kane is a goner in the summer, for sure.
I'll be very, very shocked if start of next season Harry Kane is still a Tottenham player. I'll be honest with you. Very
Where
shocked.
do you think he goes?
United.
Man United.
United?
I think United. I think
Madrid, no? Do you listen something about Madrid?
He won't go. He wants the record. I'd love
I'm not
him to go to
joking.
Madrid.
I would love that.
I don't want him, but I don't want him.
I would love him to
Him
go.
and Benzema.
Oh my
God,
God.
they'd be a
That chance.
Let them cook.
You sure?
Let them cook.
I don't want
I'd
him.
love him to go abroad, but I don't think it will happen.
Nah. He wants the Premier League goal record. He wants to be the #1 English striker of all time.
Yeah, but
he's
he
got
can't-
the England record already.
He cannot get any other record, no?
Oh yeah. But now
That's the
if
Premier
he goes to Man United, he could still maybe get a Premier League title if Ten Hag can build a good team. So if he goes to break the Premier League record, gets a Premier League title as well.
Look, he might not get the title. I don't know if he'd get a title. Potentially,
You
It
never
depends
know.
Yeah,
Don't
it
sleep on
depends.
10.
No, I'm not sleeping on him, but I'm just saying, Obviously, you put it down that you'd have more of a chance of winning a title at Manchester United or any
Maybe,
type of
but-
cup than you ever would at Tottenham. Yeah.
Agree?
Anyway,
Manchester United.
on that happy note for us, it's half time in both games. Napoli, they are losing 2-0 now at
1-0,
home. 1-0 at
Yeah.
home, 2-0 on aggregate. Chelsea, Madrid, it is 0-0 on the night, but it is 2-0 Real Madrid. So currently it would be AC Milan and Real Madrid who progress through to the semis.
Tough defeat for Napoli to take as well, man. They were dominating that first half completely, had a lot of the chances, maybe not clear-cut chances, but a lot of half chances. And then Politano went off injured. You felt like that hurt them. And then a Mario Rui penalty almost turned the tide, you feel like. AC Milan kind of started to get back into it a little bit. But I don't know. I still feel like there's something in there. Kvisha and Osimhen, I'm looking at you two with bright lights this second half. I'm sorry. Two players who this season have been lauded as some of the best in the world. This is the big stage. This is where we're saying we want to judge Saka on and all these players. And they've had an incredible season all year. Kvisha kind of nullified in pretty much every game against AC Milan. Calabria seems to have his number, but they were also doubling and tripling up on him. Osimhen, can we see something from you this second half, please? He is one in the
Leao's
second.
done his thing.
Leao,
we need to see what Osimhen is.
I was going to speak on
capable of,
AC, but I feel like Osimhen second half, I'm kind of want to see his individual impact within this, because that's what I feel like in the Champions League, especially in knockout stages. We can look at tactics and we can look at managers, but this is where individual brilliance really stands out. This is where the big players grab a game by the scruff of the neck
100%.
and make themselves legends. So for me, if Osimhen, I'm hearing you're linked with City, United, and all these big teams, and people want you for 150 million, let's see some of that. Don't just be padding it up against 40-year-olds in Serie A and Italy. When the big dogs, you've got Italian opposition.
Yeah.
Come and do it when the lights are bright in the Champions League. So second half, I'm looking to see how he steps up for sure. But on the other end, you have to give Leao his dues, man.
That was incredible. You know, the thing is that Leao, I've been riding it for so long, because like when you look at this guy on the ball, like he's got, I don't want to use the sort of generic terms, but like he's got the pace, he's got the strength as well, he's got the technique, and he just got the courage to get, because look at what he done there. Like, yeah, you can have all those attributes, but to be able to actually pull that off under the big lights against your bitter rivals, that basically dog walked the entire league, all right? To do something of that nature and then still square it off to Giroud, he's incredible. Quite simply put, he's absolutely incredible, and I absolutely rate the guy to the high heavens, and he has shown that he can definitely perform on a big night like this, because like you said earlier, Napoli were putting them under ridiculous amounts of pressure, and he's still come out the door.
He's one as well. He's one as well. I think in the
yeah.
Tottenham game, I remember the first game, he was disappointing, and in the second game I was looking at him like, let's see what he does. But he actually in the second half started to carve us apart, and I was like, this is where people are really going to judge it. And I think people have been waiting to kind of get on to Rafael Leao. He's another one. Is he worth that kind of big money move to the Premier League? But it's moments like that, games like that, where you grab it by the scruff of the neck and you say, do you know what, I'm going to own this game. And James commented and said, the team is 11 men, not 2. I know. But as I said, in these Champions League big games, you look to your star players. When Real Madrid are in tight moments, you look to a Modric, you look to a Benzema. The Trivela pass from last year, what does that come from? Out of nowhere. No. That's where great players are made, I feel like. And if we're going to put Kvisha and Osimhen in these conversations, we need to see those moments to go with it. Rafael Leao shown it in the first half. He can do it. Giroud missed that penalty. Here's one on the plate for you. So this is a game, second half, there's a lot on the line for both teams for me.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting second half, because otherwise Napoli will be going out. Anyway, I have got something very interesting for you.
Go on then. Go on then.
Go on then. Okay. I've got the team of the season.
Ooh. So far?
Nominees.
Okay.
Nominees.
Okay. I'm going to read you out the goalkeepers. We're going to discuss these ones bit by bit. We'll go through the goalkeepers first.
So this is the nominees.
These are the nominees for the 2022-23 Premier League Team of the Season.
Okay.
Goalkeepers: Alisson,
Fine.
Kepa, Leno, Pope, Ramsdale.
4 out of those 5 I can hear. Kepa, how
I
the
don't
hell
know
did you get on
Kepa's
there?
in there.
I have no clue. I was the one saying start of the season he was playing well, but it wasn't well enough to make goalkeeper of the season, in my opinion. Sorry.
Model tax.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't...
Tell me how he's in there and someone like Edison isn't in there.
To be fair, Edison has been, up until the last couple of weeks, maybe Edison has been
Have you seen Kepa and Chelsea this season?
But Edison hasn't covered himself in glory. I would have said those other four for me, you could have just gone with that alone. Like, Alisson, Leno, I think has actually been one of the most underrated. When we were doing an underrated 11 on a Saturday football show, he was actually the goalkeeper we chose. David Raya is another good one as well, but I think, Nick Pope has been incredible, one of the best defences for Newcastle this season. And then Aaron Ramsdale, I think, speaks for himself. When we talk about goalkeepers can win you 10 points, there have been certain times this season Aaron Ramsdale has actually kept... Liverpool, last 15 minutes last week, he literally kept... Some of the saves he pulled off, you would have said world-class top tier save. Iker Casillas type saves, dare I say. But those four, you can pick your either one. For me, personally, I'm leaning towards Alisson. I think Alisson, even in Liverpool's worst season, if he was not there,
it'd be worse.
They would be in the relegation zone. I'm telling you, Alisson has got them out of jail so many times, and he still is like a presence of assurance for me. I think that's the ultimate testament of a goalkeeper. When, if your defense gets breached, can you look at that last man and say, don't worry, he's got it. Yeah. Every time I look at guys like Alisson, and Courtois is another one as well. I think, don't worry. You can beat the back line, but you still got to beat that man. It's a bit like how Neuer was a few years ago.
Czech or one of these guys,
If you get past the defence, no worries. That man will get us out of jail still. So I look at Alisson. That's a lock for me. What about you guys?
I go for Alisson because
Alisson 100%. Without a shadow.
You got Alisson as well?
Do you know what?
Nick Pope hits the pick. I feel like she's got a black and white on. I can tell.
I really like Nick Pope. Firstly, I really like him. I would have loved to see him at Tottenham. Obviously, we are going to be in the market for a goalkeeper. I'm a big fan of him. Ramsdale, I think, is up there, but I'm not giving it to him. I would go Alisson or Pope with a shout, but lots of people in this chat, by the way, are screaming for David De Gea. Most clean sheets in the Premier League this season.
You think you can't trick me? I have eyes. Please, don't lie.
They are screaming for him.
Because Varane, Licha, Casemiro in front of them have been a big part of those clean sheets. So you can scream clean sheet stats, but that's a collective award, not the goalkeeper, For me, goalkeeping, I'm sorry, David De Gea this season, I can point to too many moments where he has filled the United defence with nerves. He has made mistakes that's cost the team. So it's like, please... I'm sure he even came out recently and said, I'm willing to take a wage cut to stay at the club. I don't know if any player is, at that level willing to do that if he knows he hoodwinked the club. I think he's on like 350 grand or something like that as a goalkeeper in his current contract.
To Madrid when he...
And the problem is he's been bamboozling and hoodwinking United. The thing with De Gea is he's a great reflex goalkeeper. Similar like Kepa, he will pull off those saves that make you go, oh, wow, did you see that? And I'm like, it's great, but he's been, you remember what I said fills you with that assurance and confidence? He does the opposite. He fills me with nerves.
Not anymore, because obviously, like, if you look at De Gea from previous years, like, remember when, like, was it 2019 or whatever, like, some of the performances he had were like, crap, this guy is something else. Like, he's something else, but like you said, he's hoodwinked there for the last 4 years at the minimum. So
great shot stopper. I think, personally, I think it's the area where if United improve that position, they can jump up tenfold without even realising it. But I think De Gea will always have a soft... United fans, there's a section of United fans that will always have a soft spot for him. Because he's been there for so long. He's been there part of winning sides. He's won many a Golden Gloves. He's previously been in some seasons when they've been awful, he's been their standout player, like we've been saying with Alisson this year for Liverpool. But I genuinely don't think this season you can look at Alisson and De Gea and say he's the goalkeeper of the year purely based on clean sheets. I look at Alisson and I'm seeing with my eyes why he's the best in the world.
Someone just said, Stephen Gooner said that I can't just not give it to Ramsdale because he's an Arsenal player. I'm not. I'm giving it to Alisson because he's been the best. I'm giving it to Nick Pope as a number 2 because I think he's been the second best. And then I'll give it to Ramsdale as a number 3. That's how it goes.
You can squeeze Leno in there, number 3. give him some juice.
Damn, vamos a
Don't see, that's the thing. What is it? Don't be bitter, be better.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Be bitter.
I was filthy.
That's starting to liven up, all right? Second half.
AFTV in the comments telling me I'm a hater. Whoever's on that, I will see you on Thursday. Whoever you are in the chat. We're back underway, by the way. It's still 0-0, 46 minutes on the clock. We should be underway as well in the Napoli Milan game. Right, moving on to defenders. Sven Botman, Gabriel, Lisandro Martinez, Ben Mee, Christian Romero, Ruben Dias, William Saliba, Luke Shaw, Thiago Silva, Kieran Trippier, Zinchenko.
How's John Stones not made that?
How
the hell did John Stones didn't make that, but Romero did. I'm sorry. As a Tottenham fan, I will tell you, Romero doesn't belong anywhere near that list.
I think firstly, Ben Mee, I really rate.
Surprised that he's there,
Surprised
to be fair.
he's in there, but I really rate him as a defender.
I think he's solid, yeah.
Just because he hasn't always played for a shiny, fancy team.
I think Fabian Schär should be there for me.
Let's see, can Madrid do anything?
Nope. Trevor Chalobah.
Yeah, Fabian Schär. I definitely think Sven Botman, great. Absolutely brilliant this season. Gabriel?
Is Ben White on that?
Ben White is not on that list. As William Saliba is on that list.
They say I'm a hater. I think Ben White has to be on that list. I'm sorry. He's a must. He's been one of the best right backs this season. And the fact that he's not even a right back doing it. Hey, come on.
Yeah, it's very questionable about... Okay, so who do you think shouldn't be on this list? Out of Botman, Gabriel, Martinez, Mee, Romero, Diaz, Saliba, Shaw, Silva, Trippier, Zinchenko.
You can remove Romero and Ben Mee straight away, in my opinion.
Oh my God.
I think all the others you can kind of make a case or have a debate for, whether it's Trippier, whether it's Silva, whether it's Zinchenko. I think Ben Mee and Romero, I don't think anybody can make a solid case for those two to start, so you can eliminate those two straight away.
All right, top 3 of those then.
Top 3. Now, I would say Lisandro Martinez, Gabriel, and that third spot is where you're killing me, because I think
Silva.
The rest of them feel like...
See, Silva's there, but I'm going Ruben Diaz.
You're not putting any Newcastle defenders in your list.
The thing with Newcastle is I feel like it's a cohesive unit thing.
But even when they weren't scoring, they were defending unbelievably well.
Can you quantify what each one is individually impact? Because I feel like it's an Eddie Howe system. It's a great goalkeeper. It's a solid back four as well.
I think you cannot...
And maybe I'm taxing them too heavy because of that.
I don't think you can overlook the importance of Kieran Trippier in that Newcastle side.
Here's the thing. I can look at Gabriel and see, for maybe 2/3 of the season, he has been arguably the best centre-back in the Premier League. Lisandro Martinez, there was parts, maybe first half of the season, you could argue he was there. And I think from a ball-playing perspective, what he's brought to Man United, you can see it's night and day.
Oh, yeah,
Varane
I
looks
completely
better.
agree.
De Gea in front of him looks better. But, yeah, I would say those two, for me, solid cases. Ruben Diaz, I think it's the impact he's made to City since he's come back. All season, first 2/3 of the season, he was in and out of the side, whether it's with injuries or Pep not playing him. They looked shaky at the back, whether it's Akanji, Laporte, whoever was playing. Since he's come in, they have been rock. 10 wins in a row, I think it is now. Their leader is back there as well. And I just think from a pure defensive standpoint, he, for me, is one of the best in the league.
I would also argue that someone like Dan Burn should be in there.
No. Nathan Ake has the left back spot on gridlock. I dare you to tell me Nathan Ake's not on that list.
No, he's not on that list.
It's a disgrace.
I've read you the list. He's not on that list.
It's a disgrace, as
Red card?
Drogba once
I
said.
don't know who picks this list.
Red card?
Who picks it?
Reece James, red card.
Red card, no?
He just stabbed the hell on Camavinga's ankle.
Red card?
What was that? That
That's
has to
gonna
be
go to a
VAR
check.
review. That is dangerous, man.
Yeah,
That's a
Goal with
yellow.
a yellow
No
card.
way. That has to be reviewed.
we'll take it.
What is the
That
VAR?
has to be reviewed. Teo Hernandez with a sketchy one there on Osimhen as well. I think he's getting a yellow as well, yeah.
Lucky boy, Reece James.
Yeah, this
walking away with
is-
that.
No red card.
This is the problem with FIFA, you see. I don't know, man.
No red card.
No.
No red
Yellow.
card. It looks as if Sterling is going to be coming on.
Ramantuka
He's
is
warming up.
braids. He's stressed. He's stressed. You know when the braids are too tight and there's too much going on, you got to pull it all out. Oh my days.
He's coming on. Okay, so did we decide on who should be the best defenders?
I would go Licha and Gabriel as the two centre-backs, in my opinion. I think those two are locks. I think if you're looking at that selection, Zinchenko and Trippier at full-back would be the other two options I'd go for.
Yep.
Zinchenko would be the one I'd pick after Aki. Baffling that he's not there. And Trippier would be the one I'd pick if Ben White isn't there. So it would have been Ben White and Aki, but Trippier and Zinchenko.
Okay. Right, midfielders. Absolutely bizarre, some of these. Rodrigo Bentancur.
Underrated pick. I like that.
Underrated. It has missed half the season. He's been out since.
But when he was there?
Yeah, he's been out for half the
It's
season.
underrated.
Like you said earlier, you know, it's about consistency and
TV said
availability.
dust off that Arsenal shirt. Yeah. We might have to take some of this back, you know.
So you're going to give
This is what
take a
happens.
mile.
I give them a little bit of juice, and this is how they start acting. Listen, I can turn into a full-blood hater if you want.
I absolutely love Bentancur, but I just. Oh.
I can't do this. I can't do
Gallagher.
this.
That scream
Why?
I felt in my
Oh
soul.
my days, I can't do this, man.
Have a little look.
I
at the
can't
chance.
do this.
Again.
I can't do
Again.
this.
To be fair, that's a good block there, in my
Oh
opinion.
my
That scream did not
days.
warrant that. That scream went through me. Poor corner. Really poor.
They have Chelsea have struggled to beat the first man on corners today. Cucurella earlier, Enzo
know
now.
how that feels.
Yeah, we've been there. Kvisha, please rise.
All right, Napoli and Milan are back underway. It's 1-0.
Oh my God.
Milan
No.
on the night.
No.
2-0.
No.
Oh, he's held on to it too long.
Vamos.
Right, I need a goal. Come
Vamos,
on.
Rodrigo. Me too.
Oh my days.
What is that? What is that?
Madre mía.
All right, anyway, sorry, back to the midfield, guys. Right, Rodrigo Bentancur, Bruno Guimaraes, Casemiro, Kevin De Bruyne, Højbjerg, Alexis McAllister, James Maddison, Solly March, Mitoma, Odegaard, Palhinha, Rodri.
Quite a lot to pick.
Interesting picks there.
Yeah.
I think
who'd you pick?
McAllister is an interesting shout, 100%. I think like what he's done this season has been very, very good. And look, I wouldn't be surprised they end up selling him for quite a lot of money. Hold on, what's going on here? Oi, blew that whistle. Thank you very, very much.
Red card. Red card.
No card? Card this guy. What are you doing? Bring out the card, big man. Don't be afraid.
second.
Don't be afraid, my G. Bring out the card.
Is this a red here?
Bring out the card, my G.
Yeah,
Bring
I
out the
think he's
card,
pulling
my
for
G.
it.
Bring out the card, my G. It's
Hostia.
not that deep. Because this brother quite clearly missed the ball.
No,
he saw none of the
that
ball.
is not a...
That's
Get
not
out
foul.
of here,
Nah,
man.
nah.
Get out of here, Chalobah, man.
You know
Get
what?
up.
What are you
Fez,
watching?
What
nah,
the
you know,
hell?
after seeing the angles, like...
That's pathetic.
After seeing the angles, I see what I've gone. Fair enough. You know, the game is the game. The game is the game. But like I was saying beforehand, like I was
Anyway.
saying, look, McAllister at Brighton, honestly, like what he's done this season has been nothing short of incredible. Because obviously, like what De Zerbi is doing at that team as well is pretty good, and he's definitely benefiting from a system that is good. But he's one of their standout players, so it would be an interesting pick to have. Obviously, you've got like Kevin De Bruyne in there, and like what he's doing at City, like that's class. That's football heritage. Like you can't really argue with that. He makes this midfield regardless of what anybody thinks, in my opinion. And then you've got Casemiro at Man United. What Casemiro has done to that United midfield, he's elevated and taken it up to a level that I quite frankly don't think it should be at. But just by his singular ability alone, they've been put in some sort of funky midfield conversation. So I think those three for me, for picking like three midfielders out of it, like I wouldn't be too disappointed with that pick. Obviously, you look at some other people like I don't know if Maddison is on that list. As I see that,
I mean, there is one
Then
glaring omission for me, which is Thomas Partey.
Crazy. Listen,
yeah.
they say we got an
As you
Arsenal
say
agenda.
that,
I don't know, apparently you've got an
say
Arsenal agenda.
Ain't us.
as you say that,
But
they're going to
I
clip
think
two of you
if,
so bad. If you might
if-
say anything negative on Arsenal's name next season, you're getting in the clips, 100%.
if Partey is not there though, the person who I'd like to see is Palhinha.
Palhinha is in the list.
He's in the list.
I would like to see him in that team. 'Cause
I think Odegaard warrants it. I think Odegaard's...
Odegaard.
Odegaard has been great, but But there is no but.
There is no but.
Yeah, there is no but. Yeah, there is no but. No.
Again, it's, you know, it's annoying. It's another Arsenal fan, but I genuinely believe that Martin Odegaard has been, if not their most important player this season. The way he has knitted things together, a captain, a leader for them, something they've needed. He would definitely be in there. I think Matoma has been an absolute revelation this season. So hard to pick. Casemiro, as you were saying, Dami, like the effect that it's had.
That midfielder has gone. I can't lie, like
levels.
He skipped 2 levels
And
as he's coming.
and also
he's making these random man look like some footballers, you know. Casemiro, what he's done, like, it's been crazy.
In those games where he missed from the red cards, you can see the difference.
Oh yeah.
And the drop off that they have is so big.
Here's
oh my god.
Chance for Chelsea. What is that? Oh my god. So again, it's so hard to narrow it down.
Rodri there as well.
Again, Leo. Leo.
Yeah,
Rodri, can't not put Rodri in there.
Yeah, for me, I would pick Rodri ahead of Casemiro. I think Casemiro.
Really?
Well,
I mean, no. I'm just on the reason.
The reason why I would say Casemiro is because I feel like Casemiro is actually cost aside, but with the silly suspensions that he's been picking up, you see the massive drop off, and especially considering he's one of the most experienced and best players, as you said, the impact he's had.
Yeah.
You knew what your suspension was going to cost, and if you look at the yellow he picked up against Palace, the red he picked up later,
avoided,
very avoidable, very needless challenges, and it was one of those you actually ended up costing your team. United went from pre-suspension talking about, oh, we're just outsiders in the race to, hey, we're happy to just get fourth, let's just see the season out type of thing. So I think people won't notice it, but yeah, he hurt them a little bit unintentionally, I would say. So Rodri, however, different gravy, man. Different gravy. Rodri just said, see you later, Chalobah. 1-0. Oh my god. Oh my. Come on!
¡Da!
Benito!
¡Vamos!
Vamos!
Ahora.
Back it up.
Hey.
Did you need to clean them so you could see them again?
Yeah, I can't. Back it up.
Shut up!
Pack it in, fam. Pack it up.
Look at this.
Pack it up.
It's got the wrong glove and the wrong hands.
Well, now you want to step. Now you want to step outside. Why do you step outside? What I say, bro? What I say?
What is the money?
Sounding like Ice Spice in this studio. What I say? Rolling my R's and all that. What's going on, bro? What did I say? Listen, this is all it took. This is all it takes. Big up Fuad, man. But listen, this is all it takes.
Got cooked there by Rodrigo.
It's very important.
Safe.
And at that point, they still had time to pass it around in the box. Like, they weren't even there.
I thought Vinicius would have took that first time.
They said something about the fucking Sainsbury's or something.
No. Let's have some fun here. Here you go, Rodri.
2, 3.
Come on, Rodri.
All the time in the world.
They sent him to Sainsbury's, fam. Straight up. He's not even in the box.
What, guys?
He's not even going back into the box, bro.
Guys.
Damn.
What is the money for the Chelsea? I don't see the money. The money? You need more money for the next Champions League.
We won't defend you, you know that.
Do you need more money for the next Champions League? And 2-3 more is coming now. That's it. It's very important.
2-3 more. Okay, well, I mean, look, Chelsea had the better of the first half, the chances in that, but they didn't do anything, and it is now 3-0 Real Madrid. 1-0 on the night.
If you don't perform, you get punished. It's simple and short. Genuine, you will get punished. Now look at Kakra trying to do something. Don't piss me off, man.
Goals win games.
Don't piss me off. Don't piss me. Don't try that rubbish. We won't forget.
Then.
Thing is, I didn't even flinch because at this point it's just like what's this? It's now you're bringing. Do you know what I mean? Like look, I'm not going to write us off like that. I mean, the game is a bit of a write-off.
Mate, the game is done.
It's done, but you know what? At the end of the day, look, I'm trying to be positive, man. Do you know what I mean? You're meant to be a football fan. You know, it's all about the chance.
Positive.
Chance. 99.9% faith. Do you know them? Look at Real Madrid cooking.
Again.
See, at this point, it's just like, what even? See, I'm watching the game without my glasses. I can't even see anybody. I can't even tell which player is which anymore because I don't want to get pissed off.
Dalisu says, I love it when they think they have a chance against Madrid. Every season, it's the same story.
And he's not wrong.
Every season, Raul's telling them.
You know what? I don't know. Abbi and Fuad, I want to ask you
here. Some revenge for City again. Revenge again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to ask you, do you guys feel like that sort of Real Madrid, like we're kind of semi-exposed? we are kind of giving you chances. It's part of their tactics. Because I feel like every single game they play, they look like they can be there for the taking, and then they just come and punish you every single time.
Didn't I say that at the start of the game, though?
Every single
they
time.
lull you
Without
into
fail.
thinking, hey, look, we're old, man.
Yeah.
Modric, Kroos, we're on our final year.
Stick settings. Master Shifu, Master Splinter, that's what it is. Right, this man is in a walking stick, you know. I'm not and you're
But
dead.
you had a chance.
That's it.
They are Real
No
Madrid.
chance.
You should
Crazy, man.
never ever underestimate.
Look
And
at
I will
Havertz.
never forget
Look at
Raul
Havertz,
saying
man.
that last year to me when he came in here. He said, and I said to him, I don't know who you were playing. Maybe it was Chelsea again. And you said to me, or maybe it was City. And I said to you, are you not? I think you might go out tonight. And you said never underestimate Madrid.
I think it was City.
Was it
Los
City?
Blancos tax. If I was not Los Blancos
And that was-
tax,
Nah.
Los Blancos
and,
everything.
and that was
Do you know what I
87
mean?
minutes looking meaty, and then 2 minutes of just
It
saying,
changed.
okay, now it's gear 5 time, let's go.
Literally put it in reverse.
Shops, man.
No, but
Christ.
guys, this year is gonna be very difficult with City.
Oh, yeah.
We
No,
think
I'm serious.
For us,
For you, yeah.
Are you
No, I'm
confident
serious.
in City? Like,
To be fair, we beat
don't
Madrid.
sleep on City, man.
We beat
Don't sleep on City this year. This year might be the year the heritage thing runs out, but it ain't gonna be in this game.
Oh, you look, Joao Felix coming on.
Oh, now you
No, the
bring on
only thing
Felix.
is with
Mama,
City,
sit down,
it's
bro.
just that it is the heritage. That just,
No,
for me,
it's
it's-
Pep shouldn't kill himself. Pep is the only person that can stop Pep in
No,
my
I
eyes.
totally
Like
agree
last
with
year.
you.
Facts.
Over
Yes.
Pep.
Facts.
Over
Facts.
Pep,
like-
yeah.
Because
I
it's
just-
just
Like last year.
They can overcome Madrid as long as they don't overcomplicate
over
it.
Pep it.
Yeah,
But I still think
I believe in it
I
this
would
year.
Still,
I think this year, next round.
You believe?
Look, I've
Chelsea
already
are
said
playing
it now, yeah.
silky, though.
we need them to worry about the Premier League.
No,
Yeah.
you know, the point is,
No,
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
play-
do.
yeah. You're
we
right.
do.
You're right.
That's where our focus is. With
we
City.
play first in Madrid, so more complicated. It's not like, you know, last year, second game.
Yeah.
Free
chick.
no.
Raw.
First
I
legs
like
in.
the
First legs at the Bernabeu now, isn't it?
I like the substitution. I like
Quarter
this
and
triple. I like
semi-final.
it. I like
Yeah.
it. I
First
mean,
leg
I
in
don't
the
know what I
Bernabeu.
won. Don't know
Yeah.
how much it's going to change, but I like this three that he's
Frank
bringing
is
on.
bringing
I like
on
this.
Felix.
Now it's like he's clocked. It don't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
It's a bit late
Right,
now.
yeah, it's late now, but I'm trying to see something. Let's see
Better
what
late
happens.
than
Okay, where is
Never
Joao
made it
Felix
better.
that's coming on? Mudryk and Sterling. So we'll see who's coming off in a
Yank all
moment.
the rest of them off, man. Bring
all right.
Havertz off. Bring
I will move
Gallagher
on
off.
to the attackers of our team
Let's
of the
do
year.
Did we conclude on midfield?
We didn't really
Conclude, but like, yeah. To be fair, that
All right,
midfield is.
tell me who, Dami. Who'd you put in your midfield? Bentancur, Guimaraes, Casemiro, Kevin De Bruyne, Højbjerg, McAllister, Maddison, Solly March, Mitoma, Odegaard, Polina, Rodri.
I feel like McAllister needs to get in there because I feel like what he's done messing around with all these bigger names, like I'm going to give him some flowers that he can definitely make it in. I agree strongly with what Fuad is saying, but then again, just because of that impact he's had at United, I'm probably going to throw Casemiro in there as well. And Kevin De Bruyne, because that's the safest thing you can do there. Like, I don't think we even need to discuss KDB and the class and excellence that he does exude. So, yeah, I'd probably go with those three.
Oh, it's tough that. I really
Quisha,
could not
look
pick
at
that.
Quisha. Come on, man, give me something. I just need one goal from Quisha and I'm good. Even if they go out, I'm eating. Look at him, he's trying to raise the crowd. Come on!
Yeah.
20 minutes, bro.
Getting
30
exciting.
minutes, let me not lie.
30 minutes.
It's a lot of time as well.
There's a lot of time left
A
in
lot of
both
time.
games.
No away goals as well now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
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 Oh, it's Carvajal.
Okay. Chelsea might
Harry
be showing
Cat.
some life in this last half an hour.
Okay.
Oi, I've not seen him do screws like that since he signed. Bro, what's going on?
Yeah,
You lot been playing him as a defensive mid, that's what.
Ah, Lord.
just 3 goals, guys. With 3 goals.
Yeah.
Three goals.
Listen, Istanbul. We've seen it before.
All right, moving on to the attackers. Okay, we have got Miguel Almiron, Gabriel Martinelli, Jack Grealish, Erling Haaland, Kai Havertz, rudeness, Harry Kane, Riyad Mahrez, Darwin Núñez, Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka,
Oh my
Mohamed Salah, and Ollie Watkins.
There's actually too many options for this one.
That thing is
no
filthy.
Ronaldo.
I think we all agree. We all come to
Cristiano
like
Ronaldo
a,
is not on the list.
We can make this very easy or we can make this very difficult.
I think
I
I
see it.
think
you can go Haaland, Rashford, Saka and say it's done. And I know,
did
you're
you see-
looking at me crazy.
Wow.
Wait,
You're looking
are
at me
you
crazy.
seeing this rubbish?
But
Did you
it's
see
like-
that? Did
Are
you
you
see
gonna
that?
put Kane right wing or left wing?
Apology. Did you see what happened on? Did you see that right
No,
now?
I missed it.
Musical statues, bruv. Musical statues in the box
Hey,
3-0 down.
is that something new?
I'm looking at you because
It sounds treacherous.
because
Sorry,
the only one
my
person you
brain
put down the middle.
just-
Give me 1 sec. The only one person you put down the middle is
Haaland.
Harry Kane.
Haaland, no? The guy who's breaking records and Premier
Yeah,
League
but
records.
if you
and-
look at, you can't not put. You can put Kane in
How?
and Haaland.
How?
How?
Don't
How?
care. I'm making it
This is
up.
what I'm saying.
How?
Like, we
I'm
have to
making it
change the
up.
formation. We have to change the formation.
I'm not leaving Harry Kane out of this team. There's no way.
Abby.
I smell.
This is the last time you're going to get
I
to
smell.
have
I'm
him
smelling
in
some.
a Tottenham shirt.
I'm smelling some
You better
influence
put
from
him
the
in your team.
unbiased.
You better put him in your team. I'm the most biased.
You know what? Harry Kane left wing. Let's do it.
Put him in left wing. Meanwhile, we could put him in midfield the way he brings that ball around.
You know what? I hear it. I hear it.
Listen. I'm sorry. This guy has carried Tottenham on his back.
All the comments are cooking, man.
Go on, Abs,
They
cook.
better be cooking.
I never said you should not put Haaland in. I never said that. But I'm saying.
You're saying there's a
So
way.
you're saying like
there's a way
Harry
we can
Kane
fit both.
definitely has an argument against Erling Bro Haaland
No.
despite his season.
No,
That's
no,
the whole
no.
word.
I'd have Haaland,
She's
Kane,
saying-
and Saka. Don't care where you have to put them. It's my team of
We
the
all know
year.
tactically that's not.
Don't care.
Tactically, I don't know what
I'm
one
trying
there.
to see that. Hold up
Listen,
a minute.
this
Let her
team
cook.
ain't-
Let her
Oh,
cook.
this is
I'm
wild.
trying to see
This team
that.
ain't trying to play. I'm just putting it on paper.
Raw.
I'm not trying to play this team.
Bro.
I don't care who's playing. You know, you got Camavinga playing at fullback. You can
Hey,
put it wherever
bro,
you
You
want.
learn something new every day. You know what I'm
You do
saying?
indeed.
sorry.
You absolutely do.
Hey,
This is
I'm
interesting.
sorry. You can't just. I don't think for a second Marcus Rashford is better than Harry Kane. I just don't.
but was Marcus Rashford not this season getting best player in the world shouts on current form?
I wasn't providing.
You might not have been one of them.
Personally, I wasn't
But
providing.
there was a
those shouts.
consensus that maybe
it wasn't for a long enough period of
form-wise,
time.
You can say that as well.
It wasn't for a long enough period of time.
But he hit that level where it's like,
Harry Kane
Phenom.
lives in that level.
I agree.
He lives in that level.
But for
At
his
a
position,
team,
is Haaland
dreadful.
I agree. In a lesser team that he's been doing
I don't
this
care.
as well.
He goes in my team of the year. I don't care. I play him out of position.
Raw.
Oh, what do you lot say, Dami?
Raw.
What's your front three? Where you going?
Raw. I think front three, obviously Haaland needs to make it into this for me. I think one person that we just completely skipped over, I think Jack Grealish for Man City
Yeah.
this season has been
Only
absolutely
second half.
criminal.
I'm not having that.
Agreed.
Listen,
You're not having it?
I think
Second half of the
I think he's
season.
been a great player second half of the season. He's been massively improved on what he was last year. But to say team of the season, nah, bro. If you're talking team of the half season, I give him. Yeah. Team of the second half of the season, yeah, I give him. And even first half of the season, I'm not saying he was awful, but first half of the season, he wasn't as great as Rashford was. He wasn't as great as Saka was, even, I would say. So, nah. I think there were definitely players playing better than him in the first half of the season. And in the second half of the season, there are players who were still delivering in the first half that are still doing it in the second. So
Would you give a shout to Martinelli?
definitely. Like, he's one for sure, I would say.
Yeah. It's just like, you know, the problem with these things is like there are some names that just are like non-negotiables. Do you know what I mean? Like that are just so. Like for example, like
No, but the Martinelli one I can hear as well because
but then
for him, for a long time, there have been questions about his inconsistency, and I feel like this season he's actually answered them. I was one of those people that was like, yeah, I don't know if he'll ever become a top player, but this year I'm looking at him like, oh, yeah, I might have been wrong on that one, you
couple
know.
more
Like,
seasons of this, and we've got a conversation.
and that's the thing. And what the reason why I always respect Martinelli's thing a little bit more, he's coming from the 4th division of Brazil. So whoever did that scouting, I always say, needs to be the highest paid scout in the Arsenal team, because that is next level trenches you're scouting in. And the fact that he's turned out to actually be this good, I always thought he'd be a good player.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he'd be a great player. But this season, he's actually been one of the best.
He's
left
showing
wingers
that he
for
actually
sure.
does have that Brazilian. Do you know what I mean? Like the passport is valid. It's 100% valid. I get you. I get you.
All right, just going to run through a few
Interesting.
super chats. Debbie
know
Lee
about that
says,
one,
Trying to slip it in there. Trying to slip it in there. Slip it in there. Like, see what
He's a good player. He's a good player. He's a good player. He's a good player.
You do fumble it. I get you. You do fumble it. Go on then.
Debbie Lee says, congratulations, Madrid. You're getting Erling Haaland. I don't think he's going anywhere at the minute.
I don't think so. But
Yeah.
if he want to win, win the Champions League, he need to come with us for
What
sure.
if he does it this season, beating Real Madrid?
If he beat,
If he beats Real Madrid and then goes on to win it, what does it?
he can win.
You said more. Come get more.
No, but
Okay.
Who'd you rather take if they were both available, Haaland or Mbappe?
both available.
If both available,
Haaland.
you take Haaland.
Yeah, because my team need one striker.
Get Mbappe,
A striker?
striker.
No,
Why not?
Did you see Haaland?
Do you see Mbappe?
Yeah.
Haaland is
But
a
Haaland-
dog, but there's something about
It's like
Mbappe
how we
that
play.
just
How we
cries.
play.
For
how,
what you need specifically.
We need a number 9. We need a number
If
9.
Vinny wants to leave, you can leave. We've got Mbappe.
No.
Mbappe, Benzema. That's big bro, little bro. Ooh, come on.
Mbappe, Benzema, no.
Do you know? I feel like Madrid fans hate Mbappe now because he said no last year. So now it's like,
They're so
we don't want you. We don't want you. I'm not watching.
It's not late,
They're
eh?
bitter.
It's still not late.
The door is still open.
It's still, yeah, of course.
I like that.
Listen,
I like that.
No, it's still open. He need to say apologize in the Bernabeu. All of us, you know. And now,
On the
then
announcement.
we can start about the contract.
Hey, I like that.
I like
Similar like Ronaldo when he got announced. Full stadium. Come on.
Hala Madrid.
That's all we need, yeah?
And what happened then? The best, exactly. The best player in the world.
Fairs.
So, of course.
There was a message from Asim who said, Abby, I thought you didn't care about Tottenham, but then being defensive about including Harry Kane, even though Haaland trumps in his position, make up your mind.
Every time I'm out,
they pull me back in. Listen, when I say I don't care because I don't care about the running of the club anymore. I am done being disappointed. Of course, I care about my team, as I said on Monday's
Especially the
Premier
players you
League
like.
roundup. I support my team. I love my team. I just don't like the way that the club is run as a whole, and I absolutely love Harry Kane, and it will break my heart to see him go, but I fully support his decision to go. Get out while you can, because we can't. Get out while you can.
So you don't have chance for play the Champions League,
next year.
No.
the UEFA League as well.
No.
The UEFA
Europa League.
Conference.
Possibly.
Hopefully not.
I would.
Conference.
No, we'll probably
would
finish
prefer-
in Europa
Hopefully
League.
not.
If no Champions League, I don't mind finishing 8th or 9th.
Agreed. But I think we've got
I
too
prefer
many.
this. Because then
Liverpool
no Europe
will benefit the
restart.
most.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think fresh restart. We need a rebuild, and in a rebuild, the less games you play, the better.
Yeah.
We can focus on building
100%.
just the starting
Less
11.
money.
100%,
We would
man.
be so
Because all
much
them
better.
trips to
Yeah.
Azerbaijan, they take a lot of
Bro,
effort out
and
of
you
you.
start
like, do know what I mean?
lying to yourself and saying, hey, we need a full squad depth. Maybe guys like Ben Davis and Harry Winks, if he comes back, we could play them in the cup.
Harry
and-
Winks.
Bro,
That guy
allow it,
kills
man.
me, bro.
Forget
Did you
all
hear
of
that
those
when
cups.
no one
Oh, that
even
guy
checked with
kills
him?
me.
What's that?
He did that interview where it was like no one had actually bothered to call and check on how he's
What, in
learned it.
Sampdoria? Well,
Yeah.
nobody cares, mate. Like,
No.
that wasn't a developmental loan spell. That was a loan spell in, hey, man, start planning your future ahead.
Sort yourself out.
Well,
Yeah,
in all
like-
honesty, I don't see the point of being in the Europa League because I don't think
Oh,
the club
That
will
was-
prioritise it anyway, and I
And we
don't
don't-
think the squad prioritises it.
We don't have the quality to actually challenge for it.
Yeah, and I don't think they take it seriously. So, because they haven't before. So why would they start now?
Oh, disgusting.
Felix with a nasty nutmeg on Militao, but that's all he's going to do, isn't he? I told you. Because that's what he does.
No
Felix.
comments.
All of that.
He gives you
No
all the lovely
comments.
touches, the flicks and tricks, but when it comes to the final thing, he doesn't deliver.
we should.
120 plus mil they're asking for in the summer. Dami, are you paying that? I dare you to say yes. I double dare you.
Dare you?
Are you guys see what's going on in this AC?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Felix, are you signing in the summer? Yes or no? Do you want him, Dami?
We've got something going on here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know what that
Because-
means? Hell no.
The contract is until this summer.
The loan, yeah, still this summer.
For
And guess
100
what? He's extended for an extra year before he came with Atletico. So it's like he's not going for cheap. They paid 127 million. Hey, English money, big bowly money. Come on.
It doesn't
cough up.
matter. It doesn't matter. To be honest.
He's gonna go back to Atletico for sure, and then he's
All
gonna
I'm
try
going
and-
to say on that situation, so it won't be said I never answered.
No,
It
no,
fully
no.
depends. Nah, I think it fully depends on who we get as our coach. I think 100% depends on who we get on our
Forget
coach.
the coach.
No, but
I'm
you
saying,
need-
do you
this
fork
is-
out the
this-
money for that player? Because I feel like
Fully
even
depends on
since
the
he's
coach.
come, have you been impressed by what you've seen? Do you think
But
he's
the
a player
thing is,
of that?
I'm not really, because the thing is when I
Ooh,
get
what a
out,
ball!
man.
What a ball!
Get
Vinny
Chalobah,
through on
you
goal.
absolutely
Chalobah cooked again.
Chalobah, like-
Recovery,
Yeah.
recovery there.
Vinicius.
Is that Mudryk as well doing the
Yeah.
recovery?
Good
Wow.
recovery there.
Vinicius still.
That's crazy. This
Yo,
Chelsea
AC
team is-
Milan, fair play to them. This second half have actually looked much
They've
better.
cooked.
And
They've definitely cooked.
there might be a second one here, and he's
Nah, he
fumbled
messed
it.
it.
But it was a great run again from Real. Really was. Man,
is what I like
no
about
one would have
Mudryk.
thought about that.
But then that's you see, you know what?
That's
you
the
know
definition
what?
of
You
the
know,
commentator's curse.
you see, this is what I was complaining about.
He wanted to do it.
He's going to bring something to the table. Do you know what I mean? That little thing there is what he brings, but the rest, everything else is raw. We need some fix-ups.
Isn't it mental, right? How you can say that a player is like, how much do you pay for Madrid? 100?
No.
190
million.
But isn't it mad, right, that you can say like
70.
a player like Anthony, for example, can be like, in my opinion, like not that special. Like I've seen a million of Anthony's before. He's okay, but he's not worth the £90 million price tag. But if you decide and you think, you get yourself into like this headspace where you think, I have to have Anthony or I have to have Madrid and I'll pay whatever to get him. Isn't it mental that like £90 million?
It's the market. That's
It's
how
mad.
I see it. It is mad, but it's
mad.
what the market has become. And I feel like there's always, every window, there's one move that kind of determines that. I feel like this year it was the Anthony one. It set the bar for, if a winger who is only done this in the Eredivisie is worth that much, my guy in the Ukrainian league is worth that much as well. And before it used to be you had to do like 2 or 3 seasons worth of work before you could be put to this level. And then it became a thing where big clubs are trying to buy potential outright, like Havertz, and maybe cut the queue, but nah, it's never. And I feel like, do you remember last year was Jack Grealish? Grealish, when he went for that 100 mil, all of a sudden it was like, whoa, everybody's now worth this 100 mil bracket.
Well, the thing is with Grealish is that was the buyout clause. So if someone was willing to pay the buyout clause, then so be it. These aren't buyout clauses. These are what people are actually paying.
But people forget the buyout clause. But once they see that fee there, that's what it becomes.
It's
and
the
it's
numbers
like
that grab the headlines.
100%. I feel like though the desperation is what you touched on there of the clubs is what these foreign clubs prey on. So they knew United were looking for a marquee signing.
And it was late in the window.
60 million they started off. 70 now. 80 now. 100 now. And they know these clubs have got so much money that they will end up forking it because they're desperate. And the Premier League, I feel like, suffers so much from what I call shiny toy syndrome. Every summer, no matter how good your squad is, we need to have the new shiny one so we can go, look at him. 80 million. We signed him for that much just so. And it's like, it didn't really need to be done. Like, I'm sure a lot of Arsenal fans are looking at Mudryk and going,
glad we got Trossard.
Glad we got Trossard,
Which is what I said in January when all of you were saying you didn't want Trossard. A lot of people said that, fair play to them. I told you, Trossard would be better for you.
But then in the long run, who knows?
But I just want to ask you guys, like, have you actually ever seen a player that's been £100 million or euros, whatever, be actually worth it?
Kylian Mbappe. The only one.
Mbappe was worth anything. I mean, Ronaldo wasn't 100, but I say he was very close to it back in the day.
He was how much was that?
I mean, if you do inflation,
was almost 100.
If you do inflation as well, definitely over 100. Like
Ronaldo,
100%.
Gareth Bale.
Would you say Gareth Bale was worth the fee?
Gareth Bale?
Yeah. Would you say he was worth the fee for Madrid?
Yeah, for what he done for you, for the trophies he won.
You thought about
he delivered in the big moments. I think, do you know why he thought about it?
Short,
did he do it enough for long enough? I get it. But in the moments he was there, he was there.
I was checking the goal with the Liverpool today. Mamma mia.
The overhead kick. Unbelievable.
Mamma mia. Short period, but not bad. No Hazard, for example, 130 something million, but Hazard.
Your boy.
Oh my God.
100.
I can't lie, when we got that money, I was like, raw, ka-ching.
I think any
Get
time,
out, man. Get the hell out.
It's 2-0. They are making a mockery of this.
That was rude.
Real Madrid are mocking Chelsea here.
That was
They are
rude.
doing tippy-tappy. We're going to dribble to your goal line and tap it in and just have a laugh.
Nearly dribbled it.
Oh, Rodrigo.
Nah, that's
Federico.
Fede did all the work there. Rodrigo's just benefiting from this. Hey, Chelsea fans are walking out 10 minutes. They don't want to see no more. They've seen enough. La Gran Familia. Los Blancos. Through to the next round.
Haaland is calling me.
Oh, okay.
Haaland, I speak Spanish, Haaland.
What's he saying?
Do you want to play Real Madrid? Yeah? So be careful, eh? Be careful.
Next round.
In the next round, eh?
That is outrageous.
Be careful.
Nah, that's a mockery.
Thank you.
Great move from Fede, though. Look at this. Sold. Oh, man. Mudryk tried to get back on the defensive recovery as well. Unlucky. Worked the first time, not quite the second time. Kepa thought he was going to finish that 5 yards sideways. Some people who play FIFA would call that a sweaty goal. But hey, a goal is a goal.
That's mad. So it is 4-0. 4-0 on accurate, 2-0 on the night. Real Madrid, Chelsea are crashing and burning out of the Champions League until at least 2025.
1-0 in the Napoli-Milan game as well.
It's been a while. Yeah, this is still cooking, this game.
Napoli need to score 2 if they want to take this to extra time. Victor Osimhen trying to spin there. Not quiet, man.
It's been a bit of a calmer second half from Milan.
Not his night tonight, Osimhen.
Your favorite, I told you.
No. City are my favourites. These are just my dark horse. My dark horse.
Yeah, man. Nacho.
Crazy.
Damn, man.
Why?
They were the guys, man.
Why Camavinga is still playing? I don't understand. He has yellow card.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna miss next game, I mean, yellow card, red card, it's not gonna make a difference.
Don't
You're gonna miss the next game
in the semis?
You missed the next game.
Yeah.
Camavinga.
But
How?
yeah, he's got yellow, isn't he?
Don't they reset in the semis?
No, he has yellow card.
Oh, he needs to pick up another yellow, you're saying, and he'll miss the game.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought you already picked one up.
Militao doesn't play in this game.
Yeah, because he picked... Oh, it was him who picked one up, wasn't it? Yeah.
Militao and Camavinga was with the yellow card. Militao got a yellow card. He missed the next game. And Camavinga is still playing with yellow card. So, it's okay.
Maybe you trust him.
Yeah, but...
And you still can't score.
Can Chelsea get goal back?
I mean, but then the thing is, I don't even flinch anymore because like there's nothing to flinch for. Yeah, I go on. Okay, yeah, woo, cool. We scored one more goal. Like, yeah, you can't even get that in. Mudryk, nice, brilliant. Who cares? The season is finished. Todd Boehly, I know you're somewhere in the box sitting down. This is your piece de resistance. This is your handwork. This is your 4th manager. All right. So what was the point? Lampard, all right, go on then. Let's go a 3rd one. It's dead, man. This whole thing is dead. It's so dead. Absolutely dead. And it's just so upsetting to see. You spend so much money. I was sat there thinking, I don't care if this is transition season. You don't spend the GDP of a small country, all right, in one window, and you still absolutely come out and bottle things like this. Look at the way we're missing left, right, and center. It's tiring. It's so tiring. And what do you see? How do you go finish eating up at one nice restaurant in Madrid? You know what I mean? After eating your oysters and your caviar and everything, and they come around with you and they're like, "Raw, what do you think of the match, bro? It's gonna be 3-0, man. We're gonna win." Shut up, man. Shut up. Look at Lampard. Now, Lampard, his name is Freedom.
No, you shut up.
You shut up.
Now, but help me tell him to shut up as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, listen, nah, man, you played the game, you played the world. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's
oh, Kepa.
Yeah. And then he's
But at least to make team of the year.
Isn't it?
Mad.
What do you do then in this situation with Todd Boehly? Because Matisse, I don't feel like he's Boehly. Boehly is still like very supportive of Boehly in terms of doesn't want him to go.
Well, of course. No, don't get it wrong.
Are you still supportive of Todd Boehly in general?
I think there's still more than enough opportunity to allow himself to get back on fan side, all right? But for me, I hope, what I'm praying, despite it being to our detriment, I hope this has massively opened his eyes, all right? We still don't have key medical staff from this team, okay? We don't have a lot of coaches available at the moment. You've gone out and you've made so many signings without a board of directors, like a footballing director that actually knows what's going on. You've tried to buy out Brighton's entire backroom stuff and you didn't know what was going on there either. Like, you did so many things off the cuff and you feel like because you came and spent so much money, you can bounce into the club and you can walk around the training pitch all the time. Yeah, it's nice to be involved, but I'm just hoping this has massively opened his and their eyes, and you have to be like, yo, we need to take a step back. We need to get people that know what's going on, and we just need to shut up and watch. And that's it. That's kind of how I feel. He still has the potential to do that, but what's going on here again? What's going on here again? This is embarrassing. Get them off the pitch. What did I say, bro? What did I say? Look at this. I don't have energy to rant because there's nothing to rant about. I was expecting us to lose. I was expecting us to lose, you know? There's nothing to rant about because at the end of the day, this is us. It's abysmal.
That's a good rant. Do you feel better?
Nah, I do. Because I'm like, there's not, I don't know. It's just, it's so disappointing.
There is a poll in the chat at the moment, by the way, for the next round. Man City versus Real Madrid.
You can't wait for me to get upset.
Don't worry, we'll be done shortly.
Bro,
we'll be done in the next 15
come on,
minutes.
man.
Bro.
This is game, set, match.
We'll be done in 15 minutes. We have also received chat from us citizens who said, as a Man City fan, Raul, we will see you soon. We'll have our revenge. You're going to be one sad man. Chelsea are trash. I love that ending.
Difficult game, to be honest. Every year.
Ay. Was there a foul there?
Are you looking at the Napoli game?
Yeah.
What is Oshimen today? What is Oshimen?
Oshimen hype. I told them, bruv.
Now the chat is saying there's something going on.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Guys,
to...
after this game, do you think that we have any chance against Manchester City?
Do I think you have a chance against Manchester City?
See, because because
Penalty.
Yeah.
It's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
Game.
It's a penalty to Napoli.
They score. If they score,
You got a game on there. This I don't know what's going on. Can we swap
Oh, that
screens?
game's dead now.
I think
Yeah,
we should swap screens if there's
We
there's
are
nothing going on in here
fully
anymore.
committed. Fully committed.
Look at
to
Madrid.
what's going on
Man,
in
I can't be.
Napoli.
Look, I'm not watching that crap anymore.
Handball
Anyways,
from
let's see something.
Tomori.
Tomori. What's happening with Chelsea DNA today, man, brother?
was in the floor, no? The hand was in the floor.
Why is he looking at the ref like he's not done anything?
No.
That's a guilty man. He's guilty and he knows it.
When you got him.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, oh.
Who's taking the pen?
Oh.
Who's
Why is
taking the
man
pen?
arguing, bro? Get
Kisha, no?
Oh, look at
Kvisha Kvaratskhelia.
It was nearly 3-0. Did you guys see
Kvaratskhelia.
that? Fair enough.
But the hand was in the floor, no? Or no? Is it handball or
Yeah.
no? It's no handball.
Handball.
Is the hand was in the floor? Touching
Who's
the
taking
floor?
this?
It's handball? In La Liga, I don't think so.
Honestly,
Yeah, La
they
Liga.
will
La
change
Liga
it.
has its own rules. La Liga refereeing is
To
different.
be fair, our refereeing is questionable.
You're referring?
Premier League.
No, like
Premier
our
League.
refereeing is just like bozos.
Yeah.
Their refereeing
Oh, did
is.
you see that miss?
They don't
Did you
like.
see
Look
that?
at
Yeah.
Fam, what you man doing?
That might be one of my.
Are you
it
not
was offside.
ashamed of yourself?
All right, big moment for Napoli. Oh, and he
my
saved
God,
it.
that's it. That's it. That tie is done. This tie is done. That's it.
Kvaratskhelia, and he's
Yeah, that's the tie done.
missed. It's
Mike
saved
Maignan.
pen.
Well done, man.
Mike Maignan is good.
World class goalkeeper. World class goalkeeper. Big
That's this
save.
tie is done.
This is
Kvisha,
absolutely
my God.
huge for AC Milan. This
My
is a
God.
proper heritage.
This tie is done.
This is AC Milan heritage.
Oh,
right?
man.
Huge.
I'm annoyed. I'm really annoyed, man.
I quite like the fact that they beat us. It makes me feel better.
Because it's like, oh no, we didn't just lose to
Do you
some
know
bums.
why? Because everyone was saying how easy of a tie it was, and it, you know, arguably, yeah, it should have been better from Tottenham. But everyone's saying that, you know, this is the worst AC Milan side in ages. They can't defend, yada yada yada, and yet they're going to be in the semi-finals. So it does make me feel a little bit better. I can't lie.
He's single-handedly, in my eyes, put them through. I think performance in the first game, he was man of the match. Now saving that penalty to kind of completely X out any chance of them kind of coming back. Listen, Mike Maignan, you saw the difference in that AC Milan team as well when he was injured for those two or 3 months
Yeah.
or whatever it was. Their form dropped off completely with Tataru Sanu, I think it was, who was in goal.
Did we have him for the first game?
Yeah, so the first
Yeah.
game, Tataru Sanu was in goal, and that's why I felt like it was almost like, oh, we can maybe joust with these. Second game when Maignan came back, it was pretty much a shut shop. So fair play to him.
God, this man trying to run so that we do like, oh, they give it that. Oh, shut up, man. You guys finished it off ages ago, bruv. Oh, let's run around the pitch like we've got bare energy left. We showed our passion and desire. Even Lampard is fed
To
up.
be fair, Mudrik's run about a lot since.
I want
he
to
came on.
ask you guys from like a non-biased, and I'm hoping that I get something useful from this, because the way Fuad has propped up, I feel like he's going to go on agendas regardless of what I say, bro.
Come on, man, you know me.
Do you guys think
No.
Lampard should just stick
Say?
to punditry?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
I feel like, look,
Because for me, this record, as it looks right now,
I don't know how you come back from this. I feel like.
and it's not even just the Chelsea thing. It's like since he started, since he came to us, went to Everton, did all of that, and come back again. How do you recover?
He would have been the perfect Gary Lineker replacement, man. Highest goal scorer midfielder, England legend, Chelsea legend. Listen, just go into punditry, man. Like, we would love to hear your perspective. Oh, Zhao, 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 zhao. Zhao, 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 zhao.
Oh, Dios mío.
I totally agree with Fuad on that. I think that from a perspective with Lampard, it's just, he looked promising at Derby, but then I think when he came to Chelsea again, it was just like a step too far. And then from that point, I think he kept getting jobs on the back of Chelsea.
Reputation
of being who he is.
Yeah.
And not really on credentials. I think what would have been best is if he kind of would have dropped down again to the Championship, arguably even like League One.
Yeah.
You know, got his experience, got his badges. I don't think...
I wouldn't have even said League One. I would have said...
Matisse said yesterday he doesn't even have the full badge.
Yeah, he's got a UEFA... I think you need UEFA Pro license. I think he's only got the A license, which I don't know how he's managed to get so many jobs like that. But for me, it's... You should have gone Championship and maybe gone and tried to rebuild another team like your Derby team and do something there. We would have respected that and seen, oh, that's an organic growth. He's built that team. It's in his vision.
Yeah.
However, we feel like you've almost got these jobs out of, you know, you haven't deserved them, and then you've taken them and not delivered, let's be honest. So I feel like after this, just say, you know what, the managing thing isn't for me. Similar like Gary Neville.
Yeah.
Went Valencia, got his fingers burnt and just said, do you know what?
It's not for me.
Maybe, and guess what? He's one of the best pundits out
Absolutely.
there. Whether you like his opinions or not, he is one of the best ones out there. And
Who's this Neville?
Gary Neville.
Gary Neville.
100%.
And when Frank Lampard did do punditry at the World Cup tournaments, I actually enjoyed his perspective.
Well, because everyone
if that makes
respects him
sense.
as a footballer and what he has to say on the game. But I just think that sometimes, and we see it more often than not, that not many ex-footballers that were at that top level make it as a good coach. I don't know why, but it just happens.
Yeah.
It's
you want it to work, but it just doesn't.
Could be Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, he could do what Xabi Alonso's doing. I swear he's done
the players who I find are the best
Any other
coaches,
top player,
the defensive
top
midfielders
manager.
and the number sixes usually always, like I guarantee like Jorginho is going to be a great coach.
You reckon?
Like those players who
They've always had to be in controlling positions.
They have to almost like read the game so constantly.
Yeah,
whether it's Xavi, whether it's the deep line playmakers, Pirlo, even like you notice those guys. And I always feel like, do you know who the bad managers are? The strikers, the goal scorers, and because those guys are so like goal-driven, ego-driven almost. It's like once, like Henry. That's the reason why I think he genuinely probably goes to training. He's like, how can you not bring the ball down like this? I used to do this.
Why didn't you just sort of like, you know, soft touch this?
They can do it better than the players they're trying to teach. And there was someone that, I can't remember who it was.
Zola at West Ham.
No, when Hoddle was at Tottenham.
Used to embarrass the players.
He used to embarrass the players because he'd try and show them how to do it and they couldn't do it.
We were speaking to Carlton Cole at West Ham as well, and he said the same thing. Like Gianfranco Zola would play in the 11-a-sides and he would be better than everybody. And it's like, that's why the attacker managers I feel like sometimes don't work, but I feel like those guys who are almost like the brains, if you like, of the operation, and even centre-backs, I would say, guys who read the game, if you like, they definitely become the better coaches in my opinion.
Okay, well that game is over and done. We are going to just hang on to see what happens in the Napoli and Milan game. That is done for Madrid. It is a night.
Before
it was done before we even started tonight, to be honest. It was over and done before we even started. There was no doubt whatsoever that Madrid would win that. Raul, what are you thinking and what are you feeling going into the next game?
In the next game, what a game. Massive game.
You excited?
He's nervous.
I am, but I am nervous now. What can I say? Because I won the final. I don't want the semi-final now.
If there's
I won the final, so I know that maybe Manchester City could destroy us, kill us as well. Kill, like 5-0, 4-0.
Does it worry you after seeing what they've done to Bayern? And we haven't even had the second leg yet.
Of course, of course I am worried. I am here. I'm so happy. I believe in my team. I believe you need to play 800.
No, I didn't even. I'm so sorry.
800. You need to play 180 minutes. It's not easy, but could be a disaster.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a semi-final.
This is the most interesting tie I feel like in the whole.
Oh yeah.
Champions League this season, because I feel like it's going to be the biggest acid test of. Can Pep? We always ask, can Pep and City break over the hurdle? But this year, they're now hitting that final form. They've finally figured out their tactics. I feel like they've got it. Haaland is there now.
Yeah.
Haaland's delivering as well, breaking records. Can he be the difference maker? Or is it going to be Madrid's kind of heritage to get them through? And I'm like, when is it going to run out? There has to be one year when it finally the magic runs out. And if there is going to be a year, I feel like this could be the year.
Listen, they are so close. I always say that. As a team, listen, if you want to win, you cannot win like Napoli, for example, 1 year, or Arsenal. They are so close. 1 final, almost 2 semi-finals. This year against us, no, guys, no.
I'm interested. It's going to be really exciting to see that game. I'm so excited to watch it. Dami, what were you going to say? What were you thinking?
I just saw Drogba's comments before the match.
What were they?
He said, I can no longer recognize this football club. Mad.
It's true.
That is mad.
I mean, Chelsea Football Club.
Look at how you spin, as in the whole club, like in the last 5 years, the identity has slowly died. Ever so chipping away, and Bailey has come in and absolutely Americanized the whole place. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like what the government did to Hackney. Like, you can't recognize Hackney anymore. Gentrified it to hell. It's the truth. Yeah. You don't even I stepped into Hackney recently, and then I saw people doing Gucci bags and whatnot. What? I beg your pardon? You couldn't do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to me. So for me, I'm looking at this team, and look, once again, I'm not going to pretend like I was expecting us to really come out here and batter Madrid or whatever. Obviously, I said 1% chance. Truth is, I kind of expected this, and the standards are in hell, but my God, it's terrible. And it's going to, I don't know, I hope it doesn't have to get worse before it gets any better, because for me, this is rock bottom. I genuinely can't see us, touch wood, I can't see us getting worse than this, you know?
Hey, man.
Well, I would argue that Chelsea have always been a team that you fear, in a sense, for the last 20 years, that you think, okay, they are title challenging, that's what they do. But in the last few years, you've become a team that's more cup driven, whether it's an FA Cup, Carabao Cup, things like that, or, Champions League as well. And now I look at you and I think you're just in such...
Oh, that was excellent goalkeeper.
Deep transition.
Mike Maignan again, big save. Not even, I can't lie, you see this AC Milan defence in the second half, they have fought like dogs.
Great
like, if they go through, it's because of that defence and Mike Maignan, of course. But my God, every cross, every pass that's come in, they've nullified it.
I mean, it looks to be as if they will be going through. They haven't, it looks to be. And I know you never say over till it's over, but there is about 2 minutes left of stoppage time on this, and then it will be a huge moment for Milan. We've got a few super chats. 40 Side said, last season Madrid beat Chelsea, City and Liverpool. Can they do it again this year?
I was thinking something like that. Again? No.
Raw Cam kills me, man. Must say handy your badges.
It's true, Frank Lampard.
Oh my
You haven't completed your badges. Don't bother.
Hand in your badges.
Don't bother.
Okay.
Rescind it.
AC Milan go through. Oh my goodness, hold on a moment.
Yeah, I was checking the
Wait a
settings. second,
because we're behind.
Yeah, but someone
Yeah.
No,
Right, we're going to watch this behind.
Osimhen has basically scored. But too little, too late.
But it was too late.
Too little, too late.
Live this moment.
So it's 1-1.
I need to see what happened here.
Here it is. It's coming now. Krisha whip. Osimhen leap. No.
They still weren't there. It must have come from the corner.
Yeah, it comes from this corner.
Anyway, it was too little too late, because it was Napoli 1, AC Milan 1 on the night, but it was 2-1 on aggregate, and AC Milan, they go through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Unbelievable from them, the team that no one rated. They have got to the semi-finals. We're going to have a look at that goal. Still not the goal. I don't know if this is a goal.
There's no way he scored from there. Fair enough.
Need to show it up. There you go.
There it was.
Too little, too
I
late,
look at them
man.
all rushing.
Too little, too late. You can rush them all. You're like, Mike Maignan, well done.
Osimhen's still...
Osimhen's like, someone give me a ball.
Give me a ball. Oh, it's all kicked off in there.
Maignan is an elite troll. I respect it.
Literally, the whole team was on Magnan's back.
I respect that highly.
Anyway, it has been a brilliant evening. Thank you, Raul, for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
See you in the semi-finals.
Hey, well done,
Fuad,
Thank you.
lovely to see you.
As
Love
always,
the shirt.
as
love the
always.
drip.
Thank you.
Commiserations, Dami.
The Lord is my strength.
Listen, you just got to concentrate on getting that 40 points. 40 points. Stay in the Premier League,
Another shank and a twist, but you're not even wrong. It's the funniest part.
So thank you very much, guys. Of course, we're bringing you all the action tomorrow night as well. Bayern Munich against Manchester City, Inter Milan against Benfica. If Inter can secure that game, they're already 2-0 up. It will be an all Milan semi-final. That was going to be juicy. Anyway, I will see you on Thursday for Premier League preview. Have a lovely evening.